Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to Prime Time. Prime Time. Prime Time. Cruise. The Z Show Cruise Fun is on the air. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I try to have a great weekend, but hey, sometimes when you run out of alcohol this weekend and you watching football and all that stuff is going on and you had no alcohol, yeah, it was kind of rough. So let me go ahead and introduce myself. Those of you that are new to the chat, new to the channel, don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that bell button because this is what we do. This is what I do. I do prime time, all today's news, what's going on when it comes to cruising, cruise information, Christmas stuff, alcohol, foods, or whatever. But the main topic is cruising. So we're going to go ahead and do some cruise pretty soon. Before I get started, I just want to say thank you guys for reaching a goal. Once again, we have reached over 135 subscribers. Thanks to you guys for doing that for me. It helps me keep going. Now I'm gonna set a new goal. This goal is gonna be very interesting if I can do it or not, but it will be by the end of this year. I hope to have 150. All right. I was supposed to have a faster internet. There's something wrong with the internet. Pretty fast couple of days because it's raining down here in Texas, and so I'm trying to figure out. I got to turn off all my equipment that I have to do this. Let me see here. Wi-Fi off. Turn off my phone, other phones, and we got three people on here. We have three people. We get ready to have some fun, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to hit that all important subscribe, thumbs up button, and we got three people coming on to the cruise show. So when we getting ready, hope y'all have a great weekend. We're gonna get this party started once again. As of right now, I have over 135 subscribers. Thank you guys for doing that, and we got some news for you. If you want to join, I'll set up the link. You want to join in the fun. We also gonna do that. We're also gonna talk about some things. This what's going on with the Carnival Jubilee, and a lot of people are kind of upset because, as of right now, they are have five cruise cancellations or postponements, or you want to call it. I call it cancellations. So basically, the reason why they have cancellations, and here's the thing that will blow you away. It is the supply demand of the cruise yards in Europe. That's why 100% they should start making cruise ships in America. Since we're not building ships in the military, why don't we use those docks to do cruise ships? So basically, we got four people coming on. We have four people coming on this, and hopefully we get some information. But yeah, so basically, I am resetting everything up. But here's the thing: for the first sailing of the cruise of the Carnival Jubilee, would not be it. Oh, And you say, wow, that what happened? No, I have not been drinking. For those you want to know, I just hit the wrong button and the thing keeps flying out. So that's all me. Cruising area, this is what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we can start that again. So basically, what is going on? The first sailing of the Carnival Jubilee out of Galveston will be the week of Christmas, 2023, which means is there's going to be a lot of people that are very upset of the cancellations. Well, Carnival did something nice, but they also did something very, very stupid. I'll do the stupid thing first. They did it. They announced it on Friday. They should have announced it on Monday because when they announced it on Friday, the key ball players, Carbo and Miami, will be gone for the weekend. So all the assistant managers and the managers will be back until Monday. So people are panicking over this weekend, but yeah, that's one of the mistakes they did, and I understand. I don't understand why they did that, but here we go. All right, so the good thing about Carnival Jubilee and the cancellation, Carnival Cruise Line says they're gonna refund the money, and then they're gonna get 25% on the next cruise of the Jubilee. Now, yeah, I know what you're thinking. Um, we've all been waiting for the Jubilee to go out in October, but it's not going to do that. And I'm looking at the prices for the Jubilee for December. It's going to be high because all cruise ships, all cruise companies raise their prices. They raise their prices up when it comes to Thanksgiving and Christmas. That's why they do that. I don't know why they do that. They should keep the regular prices. But that is not me. So basically, people are upset. They had to cancel. I think majority of them paid the deposit down. They didn't pay for the full amount. So they'll be out like $250. Some people bought the whole thing. Some people bought $250 deposit. So all in all, it's not that bad. On the other hand, I mean, there were some real diehard people that wanted to be the first ones to be on the Jubilee. So they're going to push that back up to the first week of December, which is Christmas. So our families are not going to be doing that. I don't know. So they did not reschedule the transatlantic cruise. So I don't know if it's going to be a straight cruise. We don't know what's going to happen with that. So we're going to see what we see. Now there's some better news. On Friday, well, Caribbean icon of the seas has come to the water. That's right. The whole of the icon of the seas is in the water. They're going to transfer that to the other part of the dock to do the total refit of the cruise ship. Now, I think the first sailing is late 2023 to the first week of 2024. Now, this one's going to be very difficult because it's supposed to be saying sailing from Miami. But there's a big also rumors that the icon of the seas will be going to Galveston. But it's not official yet. It is not official yet to do that. So we're going to see what else is going on. And by the way, I hate to say this, but this weekend I had zero fireball. That's right. I read out a fireball on, I think it was on Thursday. I did a live event, prime time Thursday. It was pretty interesting. That event lasted for 3 hours. And I know a lot of people don't want to see me for 3 hours. But it was pretty much everything we talked about. Um, let's see here. It was pretty much fun. Basically, we were out. Uh, well, I was out at Fireball, and I put we need to sponsor me. Fireball should be sponsoring me. I can how am I gonna say it right? All right. So other than that, that is basically the news of the day, news of the weekend. Hopefully you guys will have a great day on Monday. I am double checking everything, see if everything's going on. Uh, shoot. Just double checking everything, and it looks like it's gonna be another replay, another test. I'm just here. I'm just put this stuff on here, and so this, it's Monday night. I think there's a lot of people on tonight, so this will be a replay. I gotta figure this out. I see three people on here, but I don't see them on the other one. I've been having problems. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Look what we got here. We got Jennifer. Jennifer, you said today I was ready to leave. But good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to the show, Jennifer. Brought to you by, well, it is not brought to you by this thing. I always keep this in mind. Yeah, it is empty. It is empty. And then I was drinking my other stuff, and your husband was saying stuff like PlayStation. And I said, man, I just had to bring it out and start drinking that. So, yeah, but, oh, wait a minute. We got something here. We got something going on. Let's see here. Dun, dun, dun. We have water. Water is not good for me. Mm. All right, so we have this, and what else we have here? Well, there's not a lot of people on here. There's three people. Let's see if we could get Jennifer to come on the screen. I think she's ready. I got some questions for her, regardless of what's going on. Let's see here. I got that. Let's see if she's ready. If not, that's okay. We're just going to keep on going. All right. So basically, ladies and gentlemen, we have this going on with the Jubilee, and basically, we are thinking. I'm seriously thinking about going on the New Year's Eve cruise on the Jubilee next New Year's Eve. I got to talk to some people about that. I'm not going to put my deposit down until I talk to them and see what I can do as far as me is concerned. But yeah, so I'm just out here. I am trying to put some stuff out here. As far as that is concerned, we got Ocean to Ocean. We got Ocean to Ocean booked it. We got one Bill for One Shroud Adventures built that. We got Cruise Vet built that on, and then we got some other people gonna book that on the next New Year's Eve cruise. And ladies and gentlemen, what you say I'm dragging because it's been a long day. It's been a long day without no alcohol. I understand that, but all right. So we got that going on, guys. Don't forget if you're gonna book. Oh, no, I already said that one. All right. Here's the thing: if you're going on a cruise and you're gonna do some video editing or video on the phone, like this one here, Don't forget to get you a USB port with the one that has like five or six of them. Hook it up to your laptop. You can charge your phone. You can charge your camera. You can charge anything on that one. It'll help you save some space because most of those cruise lines only have like two outlets to stateroom. And if you're going to do a live broadcast, just be aware, that you got to be aware with the copyright stuff. It's just ridiculous that what we're going to go through. Um, what else do you have to say? A couple more things. They're going to raise the prices for the drink packages. The gratuities are going to go up. Food prices are going up. So just be aware. Just be aware. And don't forget, if you're going on a cruise, especially if you live in Galveston, or you live in Houston, or you live in Texas in general, if you're flying, get Uber or Lyft. Don't get a cab. Don't rent a car because you gotta do the parking fees. You gotta do the parking at the cruise terminal, and that's a lot of money. So if you do Uber, just one pay. And then when you leave on a cruise, or you're flying, okay, wow, this is gonna be, ladies and gentlemen, have coming to the stage,
Hi,
Miss
Z.
Jennifer. Oh, hello.
Hey, how are you doing?
Oh, this is the first time you do it. How am I
I was
doing?
on for a minute
You
or
better
two the
ask your
other day. I
husband.
didn't. No, he's in the other room. He's doing good.
Yeah, you gotta ask your husband. What am I doing? He was talking about PlayStation, and I'm an Xbox nut, and he wants me to go to PlayStation. I said that's just way too much money. That would cut out my liquor income, and I can't do that.
On your cruise
I
fund, right?
cannot. Yeah, I can't do that too because hey, I just I forgot to get ready to say. I didn't know you could. This is a surprise. So since I got you on here, um, I saw your video with the Mr. Grinch. That was hilarious. Uh, just you
Oh,
get
you should have
when you
seen
get.
her this.
Go
You should
ahead.
have seen her this weekend. I took her to see Santa, and yeah, Chloe was not about it at all. Sorry, I'm trying to get the right angle. I don't want to. There you go. Yeah, she was not about it.
Wow. So she was just not having a good day with Santa Claus, huh?
No, no. I think when she was little, she was, you know, she loved seeing. She didn't mind it. But it seems like here in the last 6 months or so, like, she's not as about the characters, and she's a little more shy, which is okay. It's okay with us.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. So, so are y'all ready to go on your first cruise in a while, right? When are y'all going?
So we're going in January, on the Vista. We went in August, for an 8-day on the Carnival Dream. And that was the first time we had been since 2019. So that
Mm-hmm.
was And that was the first time we had been with a toddler, so that was an experience in its own. So not only were we navigating cruising after COVID, but also now as parents. So, um, you know, we, but we took on an 8-day. We were like, just we're Andrew and I. We usually do 7 days or so. So we were like, yeah, we got this. But we did, have some learning challenges with taking a toddler.
Mm-hmm.
But we had a blast. I mean, we made lots of memories. Obviously we loved it. We're doing it. We've got 4 cruises booked, so we're doing it again. So
Oh wow.
this
So this will be your first time on the Carver Vista.
is our first time on the Carnival Vista. And I'm excited for it. We had the Vista booked in 20 for January 2021, and that cruise was canceled, and we ended up going to Disney World.
Ooh.
Um, so we had a 7-day cruise booked, and what we were refunded for that cancellation, we were able to go to Disney for 4 days. So not the same,
Yeah,
but
it's
we
not.
but we wanted to get out of out of town and go travel because everybody knows that it was a tough time at that point with COVID. So, um, but
Right.
yeah, we're excited. This is the first time we'll be on the Vista. We're looking forward to it. I know it's a little bit different ship. I know it has its, I know it has its issues, but I'm okay with that. I had been on the Triumph, and you know,
Oh,
it had its issues. So we're any day on a cruise ship, I think, is a better day than being, stuck at work.
stuck here. Yeah, stuck in here and doing absolutely nothing. Now, I've been on the Vista twice, and that's the nicest way to say it's a big room. I mean, got a cabin indoor or balcony.
We have a balcony on the Lido deck.
Okay, now you're yeah, you gotta be careful with with your girl. You gotta be careful with that because I don't know how they fit it in it. They just gotta keep an eye on her because
Yeah, we will. We
uh,
will. We. I know they lock at the top and stuff. I mean, we feel pretty safe about it. I mean, we would never put ourselves or Chloe in a situation that we didn't feel safe in.
yeah, and then yeah, the other baby, the other you gotta take care of the other baby because
Oh, Andrew,
yeah,
you know,
you
he's a
gotta take
good
care of
guy.
him. Yeah, man.
He's a good partner. I
You know,
guess y'all see me in chat, but he does a lot. So he's a really good partner, but he's an even better dad. He plays video games and stuff like that, but I guarantee you, he's the first to jump in and do dishes or anything around the house and take care of Chloe. So I have no problem with that.
you got very very lucky to find him. That's what you're saying.
We started dating young. I was 18 and he was 16 when we started dating. So we've been together.
Oh
It'll be
wow,
17 years in May. So
17. Yes,
yeah, 2006.
yes. I was getting ready to ask you this, but I'm not gonna say that when I was getting ready to think about it. I'm thinking about it in my mind. I'm not gonna say it. Now, if I was drinking, it'd be a different story. Now, do you want to answer this question? Does he have an allowance when he goes on a cruise, or does he have his own money? Because I heard that you are a incredible gambler.
So I am a gambler. No, we don't do, I mean, we kind of pre-discuss before we go on a trip. Like even today, I was like, here's kind of my outline of how much I think we're going to have budgeted for that cruise in January. Um, and we both pay attention to the bill, but no, there's no allowances. We both work really hard. We both work two jobs.
Man,
So and we have a toddler, so I mean, we work hard, but we play hard. So if Andrew wants something, I know he's an adult. Like if he wants it, he can do it. Um, I don't limit that, like, and vice versa. I mean, if I go in there and I'm reckless in the casino, he knows I'm gonna have to be working some overtime or something. So I know that.
now this will be your first time as Chloe is like 3, right?
Yes. So we traveled in August of this year. She was 2.5, and she will turn 3 the day before we sail. So she'll be a 3-year-old, which is still kind of hard to believe.
Well,
My little mama heart is realizing she's not a baby anymore at all.
wait till she turns into a teenager. You'll be different. It'll be very different. Now, I asked that question because I don't know anything about kids and how the cruise line had their like the kids club. Um, but y'all just gonna put her in like it's like I don't know what the age is about with the kids and the kids clubs and everything like that. I'm sure you always check that out and see what's going on with that. And,
Yes.
and so you're gonna do that, and then you're gonna have a adult section. The celebrity bar, it's always on the top deck. It is. I think it's in the front or back. I can't remember. I was so drunk when I was there. The dough. Okay, yeah, yeah. I remember. The dough station is on the back of the ship, so I remember that. It's on the top left top deck, and there's one elevator that takes it all the way to the top deck. So I think it's deck 15 or deck 16.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, yeah, it's gonna be very fun, very interesting. Now, y'all gonna do now. If y'all do like a video, you gotta be careful with the video with the copyright stuff like that. But
Yeah, we know. We
I'm
ran
real.
into that a little bit with the last cruise. We use that last cruise as like a learning platform. I see Blaine's in here. He said that they had or Riley Creative Travel, they had a balcony on the Lido in October on the horizon. I'd be interested to hear what their experience was. This is the first time we're doing that. And we were thinking, with her being 3, it'd be closer for us to kind of get to activities. When we were on the last cruise, we were on the second floor, so long hallways, to get to anything, or lots of elevator rides or stairs or something. And so by the end of the cruise, Chloe was just over it. So I'm interested to see how that went for them.
Yeah, it's gonna be different. Different. All right, so I got questions for you since Andrew would not tell me. Uh, what was your first car, and how many tickets did you get when you were a teenager?
So I had a Buick Century, a 99 Buick Century. That was my first car. It was my grandmother's. And I didn't get any speeding tickets or anything. I actually, my brother turned 16, and so he ended up with the Buick, and then I got a 2003 Chevy Silverado extended cab. And anyways, I was speeding. I was in college, and I was speeding, and I don't know where this lady, she was sitting in the middle of the road. I never even saw her. But anyways, I hit her. And so
Oh,
we collided. It tore both of our vehicles up pretty bad. That was the only ticket, knock on wood, I've ever had, and that was for following too closely. Those, they were okay. I was okay. It was just damage to the cars, which insurance companies, they do what they do best. So, but I
mhm.
was completely at fault. But that's the only ticket I've ever had, and I wasn't speeding like 20 or 30 over. It was just a little bit. But um, anyways, that was the only ticket I've ever had. I I'm actually a slow driver. Andrew gets on to me all the time. He's from up north where he learned to drive like really fast and stuff, and I don't. So
Wow, yeah, I always have
I'm
people.
probably that annoying one that you want to like, scream at on the road.
Well, I don't drive whatsoever. I'm lucky I didn't drive when I was in my 30s because I was a wild man in my 30s. You got,
Now,
yeah, you got
I,
drinking
I've
alcohol.
always,
Go ahead.
I've always not been into giving the city or the county any extra money. So I try not to. I mean, things happen and I do speed and stuff, but I try not to get tickets. That's not my thing.
Yeah, but there are people that get tickets for driving too slow. I'm just saying.
Oh, what?
I have seen them.
Despite what Andrew may
I,
tell you, I don't go that slow either.
no, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. There's a lot of people that get tickets for going too slow. Like if they are
You
going
can.
the expressway or something like that. So yeah. So, do you have any questions for me since you got me here?
No, I feel like we're pretty candid. We're in a lot of lives together. Um, Pretty candid. Um, I'm sure you have more questions for me.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So yeah, are you ready for this cruise for New Year's Eve? I think it's gonna be next year. It's gonna be very, very interesting.
I am. I'm very excited. I'm excited to see the ship, the Jubilee. We have not been on the Mardi Gras or the celebration, so I'm looking forward to those changes. I've been cruising on Carnival since I was oh man, I think I was like 14 or 15. So we've been on Princess and we've been on Carnival, but we've always been on the older, smaller ships. So I'm excited to see these XL class ships. And I'm excited that it's coming to Galveston. We have flown several times with Chloe, but as she's a toddler, it's not our favorite thing to do. And if a flight gets delayed or anything like that, she's already a handful, and it's even harder. So that's why we try to cruise out of Galveston because we're only about 3 hours from Galveston. So
Yeah, I grew up as a military. Always travel. I always like fly. I like fly. I used to fly. Used to be flying when they used to be DC-7, DC-10. They don't make them anymore. And we went overseas one time. We were on the one of those big boys, the 747. Oh man, it was. And when you're a kid and you're aboard a 747, it looks like you're in like a palace that's flying. It was so cool. Anyway, so other than that, my first experience on the cruise was on the Combo Triumph after they. Oh, Jennifer.
sorry, I accidentally moved. I went to adjust and I hit the leave button.
Oh, that's all right. Oh, so my
So
first
747.
experience, yeah, we were going to California. Well, we were going to California. Now we're leaving California, going to Okinawa, Japan. So we're going over the Pacific Ocean, which is cool. Because you're a kid, only thing you see is the ocean. Oh man, that's cool. That's cool. We went to Okinawa, Japan. That was fun. What is going on, Mr. Odyssey? What is happening? We're just having a real good discussion with Jennifer for Embarkation. You need to check out her and Andrew's channel. They're young. I call them their young cruisers because I think I'm a veteran cruiser because I've been on five of them. As I was saying, my first cruise experience was the Carnival Triumph after they rebuilt the fire and everything like that. So I
My
was
first
afraid.
cruise was a Carnival Triumph.
Yeah.
It was in 2003 out of Miami. It was the very first cruise I'd been on. It was out of Miami in the Carnival Triumph, and I'll never forget. Like, it was the coolest experience ever. My brother and I loved it, and we went to San Juan, St. Thomas, St. Martin, all those islands. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, so I went right after that. It was right after they rebuilt it after that incident, and then I was always afraid of it. Man, don't want to be stuck in the middle of the Gulf of Mexico. But other than that, and then the best cruise I ever been on, other than the Vista, was Royal Caribbean Navigator to Seas, and that was priceless. It was all inclusive. We had one of my friends bought the cruise. Yeah, I got to start how we got that cruise. I think I told Andrew this. He just started dying laughing. Uh, Me and my friend, we're watching we're watching college football, and I'm doing a little sipping, and a little drinking the fireballs and Jaegers and stuff like that. We're watching
I'm
football.
shocked.
Oh yeah, shock. So we're watching the commercial. Commercial came on with Royal Caribbean. So I said, "Hey man, you want to go on a cruise?" And they said, "Yeah, let's go." I said, "Well, you got your credit card? Yeah, let's go ahead and do it." There we go. That night we went to go ahead and book the cruise. Now I gotta remember. I gotta tell you. I think Andrew didn't tell you. My best friend had a girlfriend I could not stand at all. Oh, I just it was just a bad vibe with me. She's just too sneaky. Anyway, so we get ready to book the cruise, and I'm thinking, I said, what would be a good day to go on a cruise with me and my best friend? And I'm saying, well, what's coming on? January and then February, and I said, ooh, the week of Valentine's Day. Yes.
Oh, Z.
Oh well, it was. I was just thinking. I said, man, that'd be great. That'd be great. 7 days. So we bought everything. We had all the excursions. Paradise Island. I think it's Paradise Island. And then we're having fun. So much fun. We found out that she was cheating on him while we were on the cruise. Cheating on him. The reason why we found out because I think she was like 5, 6 years younger than he was, and then she was on her dad's phone account, AT&T. So we're in the middle of the cruise, and we get a text. Her dad want to know why does she know anybody in Houston? And Greg says, "No, I don't. I don't recall. Then we got to stop using the text because they were charging an arm and a leg." Anyways, as we're coming back, he gets on the phone and calls Sarah. They're not dating anymore. Sarah has been calling somebody in Houston. Do you know anybody in Houston? He said no. And then we found out while we were on the cruise having fun, she had a rendezvous with a guy from Houston while we were on the cruise. And then he found out, and oh man, it was just it was a big mess. But I was right because I knew she was wrong for him. As this means she got mad at me, anyways. All right, so Royal Caribbean was the best one. I had so much fun. I had so much alcohol in me. I mean, in those days, I was not drinking any water whatsoever, so I was fine. I was, mm, yes, alcohol, food, alcohol, food, alcohol. So I had so much fun with that. And then I went on to Vista with Derek Phillips Valentine, and we met. I met him during March Madness. It was just I love cruising. I
We,
love
I, I think it's how
it.
we actually saw your name first was on Island Time. We've been watching Island Time for, man, probably most of the year. And no, he seems like a really cool guy. He's one of our YouTuber bucket list people we would like to meet. Tony from Lovely Loca and EEC, EECC, and then Island Time.
Yeah, well, Derek and Amanda, it's Derek.
Oh,
I met him. I talked to him for hours and hours, and that guy is incredible. Guy, supports his family. He loves his kids. He plays sports with his kids. He spends a lot more time. And his story was very similar to mine. But my dad was there, but he wasn't emotionally there. You know what I'm
hmm
saying? And then his dad was never there, so we got to talk. I mean, he's a good guy. He does play sports. He coaches his kids football and baseball and stuff like that. I mean, he's a real good guy. And he just started 2 years ago, and he's doing great.
yep,
No, I can't be
yeah.
as happy as he is. He's the one that got me into say, hey, you need to just go ahead and start doing your cruise logs, do it live, don't do a script. It just if it comes to my head, I'll say it. So I'm almost everywhere.
No, we
Okay.
like. There's a lot of cruises. I mean, actually, we watch so many cruise blogs now because I think we watch that more than we watch any kind of regular TV. I know,
Oh
like,
boy.
Have Luggage Will Travel. We want to meet them and Huddle and How We Cruise. I know um, Paul and Meg and all of them. Everybody just seems so wonderful. I love this community. This cruise community is amazing.
Well, yeah. For example, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good that when you start, I told Andrea, I said, the best time is just going to go live. Probably on Saturday. Just go in for like 10 or 15 minutes. Just do it. See what happens. That's what I did.
We've talked about it. We're probably going to have something right before the Vista. Andrew's schedule is so all over the place. Like just this week, with him being in retail, he opens, he closes, he's mid shift, and then I work more Monday through Friday, but I work about 13-hour days. So
Oh
just trying
man.
to figure out that, yeah, just figuring out that like when's a good time to be consistent. I mean, we can randomly post, but we kind of want to be more consistent when we start doing it.
So, but I like your shorts, especially the one with the Grinch. I thought that was hilarious. It was pretty good. And once again, I want to apologize. I didn't want to correct your husband.
You're good. I told, like I said, he's a good guy. You're not gonna corrupt him.
Wait till we get on. Wait till we get on board. That'll be a different story. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
So it sounds like we're all going on a New Year's cruise together, ocean to ocean and cruise vet, you, hopefully Warmstrong. So
Oh yeah.
us. So I guess I guess we'll have to plan like a vloggers meetup. That would be real nice to do.
Well, I'm seriously thinking about doing that. I haven't put my deposit down. I'm gonna wait till the first to do that deposit. And I'm definitely gonna do that. I'll get the guy. If I do that, I'll fly down to Houston and then get me a hotel in Texas City, and then I'll relax for Friday night, and then whenever the day of the cruise, I'll relax, and then Uber. I'll do the lift from the hotel to the terminal because I can't do it the last minute thing. It'll just drop me at the wall. I had to be there a couple of days.
No, we don't do that either. We even for like January, because down here we get a lot of, we're on the coast, even though we're only about 3 hours away, we get a lot of fog. And then
Mhm.
the way we take from Corpus to Galveston, Texas City, it's a lot of back roads, and you just never know, what's going to run out in front of you, or tires, or anything like that. So we always go in the day before and stay. We've bounced around. We've stayed in Galveston. We've stayed in Texas City, but we always stay the night before. My
Yeah. So
parents,
go
my
ahead.
parents one time were leaving Dallas Fort Worth area, and they were leaving the morning of their cruise, and they had a blowout on 45 and missed their ship.
Oh, your parents live in Dallas Fort Worth area?
I'm from there.
Oh, that's right. You talked about that. You're from.
Hmm. Yep.
So,
My parents were both of my parents were platinum on Carnival, and they had done traveled Royal and Princess. They were big advocates for cruising.
oh wow, yeah, that's pretty good. I guess they don't doing the logging, making
I
videos.
actually my dad was just anything, he was kind of like me, and I think this is where I get it. He didn't care if it was cruising or what. He just loved an adventure. I mean, it would, even if it was like a weekend getaway to, Louisiana or Oklahoma or anything. He was always down for it. And I'm that way too. Like poor Andrew. I'll be like, "Hey, you're off this weekend? Wait, okay." And I'll like start planning, like, let's go somewhere. Let's do something. I start looking at cruises.
Yeah, but you only did Carnival. You haven't done Royal Caribbean yet?
Not yet. We plan on going on Royal Caribbean probably in 2024, 2025. We've also looked at Disney. We were talking about maybe for Chloe's 5th birthday, instead of doing the whole Disney World, Disneyland thing, maybe going on a Disney cruise. But it's just hard for me to justify going on a Disney cruise with the prices when,
Well,
for 7 days on Carnival is like one third the cost. But it's the experience, the character meet
hmm
and greets and stuff. So I'm trying to keep that in mind.
yeah, I'm not a Disney kind of guy. I used to be back in the day. I used to live in Florida, and all my parents, relatives, when they come down to see us in Florida, they always want, let's go to Disney World. I said, no, we just got back a couple weeks ago. I don't want to do that again. So yeah,
Well, we weren't huge Disney, like, I mean, when I was growing up, but Andrew's first time to Disney was when we took Chloe. So we didn't, that was not something we did, or or tried to do. If we didn't have a child, we'd be on Virgin Voyages or Margaritaville or something. I mean, I guarantee it. Those adult only type cruise lines.
That's why the Norwegian Prima is gonna be like that, and
Hmm.
uh,
Norwegian.
it's gonna be in Galveston. So I might do that
Yes,
one. I might have to sell my kidney when I want to go on the Icon to see because that looks like an incredible ship with
and
nine thousand
that's kind
people.
of
9,000 people plus me. Yeah, that's gonna be a fun cruise.
that's what
With
we're
the,
kind of waiting for is the Icon.
yeah, so there's rumors. There are rumors that it might be coming to Galveston, but it's rumors. It's not on the website. Derek said something about it about a month ago, so I'm waiting for that to happen. If that happens, I'm gonna have to sell him to get on that cruise because that would be a incredible cruise, and I will. I'll have to. I'll have to borrow some money from my friend. You could well. He's my friend. He's also my. How can you say he's not my brother, real life brother, but he is my brother. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
He's
I
not
do.
my brother, but he's my brother. He's more brother than my real brother. Put it that way. Anyway, so me and him had so much fun. I'm surprised me and here are still allowed all the stuff we used to do. We don't do it
Oh,
anymore. Yeah.
yeah, we have stories like that.
Well, not as much. We there's sometimes we don't. There's sometimes we go to bars, we go to nightclubs, and there's sometimes we just say, "How do we get home?" And why do we do that? Because
Me-
you go like 90 miles an hour on Cooper Street. I said, "Dude, what are you doing?" I don't know. Just trying
oh,
to get home.
Cooper's dangerous. Matlock, Cooper, that whole area.
Yeah, we done that because there is. I think you know Jay Goggins. You know
Oh
what?
yeah, they've got good loaded fries,
Oh yeah.
Irish fries,
Yes, we had
and beer.
yeah, I think it was our 25th class reunion there, and
Hmm.
basically we closed that thing down, and we get in the car. He's driving, and the back roads from what is the road off? It's Fielder, and
Oh, like Division, Filder, Green
yeah,
Oaks area.
yeah, it's back there. So he's just flying by. It's like 2:30 in the morning. He's flying by. Got stop signs. He's going through the stop sign. I said, "Oh, are we almost home yet?"
Oh, there's a town like right there. You don't speed in.
And
It's like
he go, yes,
Pantego. Yep. Yeah.
yeah, plenty.
I can picture
Yes,
the restaurant with the train at the top of it. Yes, Pantego. Man.
oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, that's a good point. That's still there.
Yep. I
That's
haven't lived in that
exactly.
area, and I moved away from that area in 2015. So it's been a while. I mean, I go to visit, like we've, gone to concerts or visit family there, but we don't really go so much anymore. My mom moved here, so after my dad passed away, so my
Mhm.
brother and my mom are like 15 minutes from me each way.
Yeah, you will not recognize the city until now. It just got so bad. It was just, oh, it just got bad. When I left, I think it was 2017. It was just worse, and I said I got to get out of here before.
Yeah.
Yeah, it got that bad. And I'm down here in this little old town called Granbury.
I know where
19.
Granbury's at. I've got friends that live in Granbury, Burleson, Crowley.
Yeah,
Um, we uh we used to live in Arlington too. Andrew and I had a little apartment right there off Little Road in I-20 area.
I know.
And it was like a scary looking back now. I mean, when we first moved there, it was like, whoo, hey, we're living our own, like we were 18, 19. Um, But now I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe we live there.
Ritter Road, I-20. Oh yeah, yeah. Those. Well, yeah,
Green Oaks, that area, it's a little
yeah.
rough.
It's Well, let's just say I'm scared to go through that part of town. That
Yeah, we lived in the some apartments over there for
Yeah, I think I
a
know
year
what.
or two, but we
Yeah,
moved.
2020. Oh, that's yeah. I yeah. It just
Yeah.
it was one of those things. You said, man, I gotta get out of here before I lose my mind. And there were so many bars, and I was like, oh, and
Yep.
then
Yeah, we
we
used to go to No Frills right there.
yes, there was a guy, big old scruffy little guy, big huge guy named Willie, bartender. No truth, real. And basically, he's the one that got me hooked on grandma. Grandma, yay.
Oh, I thought you said grandma. You said Grand Marnier. Yeah, I
Yes,
like Grand Marnier.
I call it grandma because it put you under like grandma.
I was like, sugar mama?
No, I call it grandma because it'll kick your butt like grandma will. I mean, if
Yes.
you're like 5 shots of grandma, yeah. Yes, I have done
Oh,
that.
mine is a Rumpelmitz. When I turned
Oh,
21,
yes, I had rough mints. I had
that Everclear.
now. There's a club. It's not there anymore. You know the 4 and 303 mall's not there anymore, right?
The what? The what?
The 4 and 303 mall. It's,
Yes.
it's not there anymore. There used to be two nightclubs. There used to be Club Joe's Bamboo and
Yes.
Desperados on
Yes.
on on
Oh man.
Thursday nights, 69 set night.
Oh, I was
Oh
my Aunt Wendy actually lives in that area by the 303 mall.
yeah, so that was the club Thursday nights and then Saturday nights. Those were the times when I was doing roughness and we were doing shots of roughness, me and my friend of mine, and it just sometimes I just
Oh,
sometimes don't know where you're going home. Sometimes you wake up and say, "Where are you?" That's the problem.
mm,
And
yeah. I
sometimes,
can't I can't do Rumplemans anymore. When I turned 21, that was kind of like my, like back then, you just want to get drunk.
oh well,
I
those
can't anymore. That and Everclear, Vegas killed me on Everclear. I'll never do Everclear.
so
I don't
I
even know if
did
you can buy it anymore.
Everclear. Yeah, you can buy it. You'll find it. They got it somewhere, and they got somewhere. So I did roughness, and one time my friend couldn't go to the clubs. I took my mountain bike.
Oh,
I took my mountain bike. That thing I had no brakes and one flat tire in the back. And
oh man, Z.
I said, I am going to the club. I don't care.
Oh
Yep.
man.
When I
Oh
got
man.
and there's a Jack in the Box right there.
Yes. I've
Now,
I've been to that Jack in the Box Tower too.
when you're at 2 o'clock in the morning,
Those
you're on the
tacos.
you're on the drive-through bike. I'm on the drive-through. Waiting in line. Yes, I had done that. I won't do that again, but I waited in line till my time is coming. So he says, "Welcome to Jack. Can I help you?" I was like, "Yeah, let me get let me get 6 tacos and ultimate cheeseburger." And then you got to make the sound because you're in. So are you on a bike? No, I'm on a bike with a motor on it. Making noise. You're on a motorcycle. Yeah. I get
Oh
there.
my
He
god.
was in shock. He said, "Yeah, this is my mode of transportation. I got 2 wheels, so it's a vehicle." He said, "Okay, just give me the money."
Oh my goodness.
Yes, I have done that, but I also worked at Whataburger off of three. You probably seen the Whataburger off of 360 Mayfield.
Oh yeah. Hmm.
Cowboys. I know you've been there.
Have I actually? Andrew and I worked for the Ranger Stadium. So Andrew, so I was like the supervisor over the third deck, so over
Oh,
all the concessions, and
hmm
then Andrew actually worked the area where George W. Bush would sit and Nolan Ryan and all that.
oh,
So he worked in those like those seats area. So he was the management over that, and then I was management over the third deck. So we spent lots of nights in that area,
oh.
during especially during baseball season.
I wasn't talking about that. I'm talking about the Cowboys nightclub.
Oh, yes. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, Cowboys nightclub. Yeah, we used to go there, me and my friends when we were younger,
Ye-
18.
Yeah, I used to do. I used to go there, and I'm probably there's like three black people in the entire club. I'm one of them. So yeah, I had done that. Wednesday night, I done that, and then Saturday night. That's when they had the bands. The bands are pretty cool. I said, yeah, this is fun. This is cool. And I said, yeah, I love doing that. Leaving at 2:30 in the morning was not good.
No, no. Yeah, Cowboys. And there was another one. There's another one everybody used to go to that was kind of like near Wet and Wild, Hurricane Harbor.
Oh, I can't remember. I remember the name. I can't
It's
remember
right
the
there by
name.
that
But I know
bowling
what you're
alley. I
talking.
can't think of the name of it.
Yes. Oh, I know there was like a 90s techno dance club. I
Yes,
can't remember.
yes,
It was. It had the. Yeah, it had the sand volleyball pit right there.
yes, yes. I can't think of the name of that club though.
I
I
can't
want to say it
remember.
was like a
But
destination, like Cancun or
it was three different names because they keep
yeah,
changing ownership because they keep losing their license.
yeah. That used to be the place to go to. Oh man, you're taking me back, like way back.
I'm thinking it back. I said, see, me and you and Andrew will be having so much fun on the cruise. We say, "What cruise? We're having fun." But,
Yeah, no, it's fun reminiscing about like I mean I haven't been in that area. Like I said, I haven't been in that area really since 2015, and but
wow.
I grew up in that area, so um
Yeah, and I used to work at a place called Hyenas Comedy Club. You heard that? The Hyenas Comedy Club
is that off Abrams?
used to be
No.
right. It's on 360 and 360 in Arkansas. It's right behind the
Okay.
McDonald's. So that would have. I used to work there. I used to have way too much fun. Uh, this before, and then Kelly Clarkson used to work there as a waitress before she got real famous, American Idol and all that stuff.
Yep.
She used to work
She's
there. Yeah,
yeah.
High Comedy Club. If you look that up, it's right there. It's not there anymore. But yeah, I used to work there. I used to be a bartender. Oh man. And on Saturday nights, if you're the person that's not making any money at the end of the night, they tally up and see who made the most money, most sales. The loser has to take a dirty shot. You know what a dirty shot is?
You explained this the other night, and I was like, "There's no way."
Yes, yes.
I couldn't. I couldn't.
That's that's why I had to hustle. And I was just free pouring everything. You're supposed to use the. I was just free pouring, trying to make some sales and everything. I didn't want. I did it one time. Did it one time for this girl bartender, and then she was the last. She was the one who didn't make a lot of money. I said, "Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it." I got the shot.
That's that's all Paul said. Z, you drink?
Yes, Paul. Oh, see, I drink. You see it live. You better seen it live. Live.
I'm surprised.
You're surprised? Well, I'm shocked. I'm not drinking right now. Of
No.
alcohol, but yeah. Other than that, I mean, I had so much fun in Alton, but I also recognize that I cannot do that stuff I used to do anymore.
Yes.
Yeah, I
And us too. I mean, we Andrew and I, like, we're realizing that too. We're just not the same people we were, especially since having a kid. I mean, we we were without a child for what, 13 years, so we've done a lot. We've traveled a lot. We've done a lot, just the two of us. And I think now we're just more appreciative. Um, I know, like Ocean to Ocean, I was watching his Alaska cruise and I'm like, man, I wish Andrew and I would have been like forward thinking enough to film ours when we went in 2012. Like, we went to Alaska and we were the youngest on the boat by, oh my gosh, like 20 years.
wow.
But I mean, I wish we would have been forward thinking with all of our adventures then. But
But the thing is about the series is what I used to go through and what my friends used to go through. I'm probably the only one that's free right now because I'm single. All my Oh, she hit it again, Jennifer. Oh, she hit it again. Oops, I did it good. Howdy, y'all. Jennifer. Oh, hold on.
Z, I'm gonna learn not to hit that when I hit that chat button, not to hit the leave button. This is the second time. I'm so sorry.
Oh, that's all
This is
right.
why
I
this is
just
why I
remember.
let and this is why Andrew joins the lives, not me.
That's why I was singing a song. Oops, Jennifer done it again. Britney Spears.
I'm telling you, can't be trusted.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right.
I
I
was
was.
trying to say hi to Cruise Vet and hit leave.
Oh, Clues man. Hey, what's going on? Yeah, you heard his story, right?
I did. I did.
I would not be. I'll be very, very, very upset if they try to do that to me. No, I would not. Well,
I didn't. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, when he was telling the story of, like, I've never heard of that, but it makes sense. It makes sense. But you live
yeah,
and
but
learn. He told us.
yeah,
He
you.
warned us all.
Ooh, I can't
Cruise
like
Vet, are
that.
you going to join?
Let's see. Let me see if I can send. Let me go ahead and send it and see if we get on here. All right, there we go. Let's see if it works. Yeah, I sent it already. Maybe he'll show up, but yeah, all also is this. I think Alta was way too. Uh, well, let's just say I was way too comfortable to live in Alton because I could find everything. Now where I live right next to the square. You know where the square is in Granbury.
Hmm.
There's a park right there. My apartment complex is right here. And there's no convenience store, there's no fast food restaurant around to go walk or do anything like that. So yes, I am stuck here. There's no liquor store here. It's all across the street. Yeah. Let's see, Cruise Vet,
There's
there we
not
go.
much in Granbury. Hi, Cruise Vet.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
Cruise Vet.
I
Good
like your
morning.
hat.
Good
I'm just
morning.
sitting here watching the Monday Night Football. My fantasy football team is like, about to get knocked out of the running for the playoffs, so it's
Who's
driving me
playing?
crazy.
Who's playing?
It's New England and Arizona,
Nah.
but Arizona, they lost their quarterback the first quarter, which kind of screwed me.
Oh,
So now I'm just like down to a couple players. I mean, I'm ahead right now, but probably
Oh
not for
yeah,
long.
you're doing fantasy football. Well, me and Jennifer were just talking about our alcoholic experiences when we
Oh,
were
okay.
in Arlington, going out to nightclubs, and don't remember how I got home. Yeah, it's been one of those interesting things. And then when we were talking about what happened to you? That's when you came on. I said, "Oh no, I'm in trouble now."
Yes, speak of the devil and he appears.
Yeah. So
Just
what?
for the
Well,
record, Z was telling his stories. I
oh, okay.
just
I was telling stories, and then she had some stories about herself. About she used to grew up around where I used to grow up in my 20s and 30s, and just being the idiot like I was. And we were just talking about. I mean, I learned some stuff not to do anymore because what I went through. And we're gonna say I'm so lucky to be here because I was acting like an idiot. I was acting like a fool, and there were just some things I shouldn't have done, and I know not to do it anymore.
It happened.
Yeah.
hey, you live and learn, and then you have stories to tell, and you advise younger generations not to do the same, but
Well,
they do it anyways.
I try to do that. What me, I don't have no children, but I got nieces and nephews, and I say, yeah, you don't want to do that. What I did, especially in school, yeah, because when I was shoot, when I was a sophomore in high school, I was 18, and I was legal. In those days, it was legal to buy alcohol.
Hmm.
And that's how I got famous in high school. I got popular in high school because I was the oldest one there, and I had my military ID card because I was a military brat. And then I didn't have a car, but my friends had cars, and they said, "Hey, Jake, why don't you go to the liquor store on base and get some liquor?" And that's what I did. He gave me money. I went over there, got the liquor, all that. It was just fun. My senior year, my senior year, I don't remember half of my senior year. I was so drunk out of my mind in class.
Yeah.
I'm
Chris,
surprised.
Chris, I'm surprised.
I think that's
Chris,
about the first 4 to 6 years of my Navy career was like that. Uh, and back then, you were kind of expected to, show up drunk almost to work every day. You were kind of frowned upon, like if you weren't drinking, like, oh, what's wrong with him? He doesn't drink. And of course now, I mean, the Navy's kind of cleaning things up, but
Right.
I don't
rightly
think.
so. But
Yeah, I think. Well, especially when you're on a ship, you know. Yeah, because here's the thing is, in the Navy back in the day, they allow alcohol on Navy ships. I don't think they do it anymore. But
no,
you,
no, no. Well, yeah, when I came in '93, and you definitely couldn't have it. Now, did guys smuggle stuff on
oh
board?
yeah, well,
Sure.
yeah,
I can remember times when my supervisor, you know, we'd be like kicking back watching a movie or something, and he'd get up and leave. And next thing I know, he's coming back with some ice cold Heinekens, and I don't know how the hell they were ice cold, but he's fun. Because I said something one night. I was like, man, it'd be great if we had some cold beers to watch this movie with, and I'll be damned if he didn't get up and come back with some. And I don't know where he's. I don't have no. I didn't ask no questions. I mean, I drank it and just kind of went on with it, but.
Don't ask, don't tell.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I didn't want to be too involved in it.
Right.
Well, especially when you're going overseas and you get off a port like Japan or Hong Kong or the
Yeah.
Philippines or South Korea. They people would go out for TDY and bring some alcohol back, and they probably did a substitute like I used to do. Take a 2 liter of Coke, pour half of it out, and put a bottle of rum in it, and nobody would know.
Oh
You
yeah.
just drank a
Yeah.
2 liter bottle. Yeah,
We used to do
I
stuff
saw
like
that.
that. Well,
Yep.
I
I
remember
saw
I
that.
remember other I remember other people doing it. I mean, I can't
Yeah,
confirm or deny my activities, but
But you know of it.
Yeah.
Wink,
Well,
wink.
Well, I can remember being in Italy one time, and
the one.
once again, the same supervisor, he went and bought like 6 bottles of vodka, and I had to help him smuggle it on the ship. You know, it was crazy, but you know,
That's like, yeah, that's wild.
but you know, they like I
Mhm.
said, things are a lot tighter now. You know,
Right.
Well, yeah. Especially, I, my father was one of those guys that you think, well, he's real strict, but on the other hand, if he has something drinking, he was a cool dude. I
yeah,
remember once they went to Okinawa. This I was probably in elementary school, and they got the NCO club. He was an officer, but he got special permission from the of the base to go to officers club, and I'm with them. They had like a little casino area in the NCO club, and I'm like 8 or 9 years old doing the slot machines in the military NCO club. Nobody said a word. Well, it was fun, and then I gotta tell you this story. Chris, you're gonna laugh your head off. Now, remember, I'm a little kid, elementary school. We lived in
right,
Okinawa, Japan, and we lived on Kita Air Base. Me and my idiotic brother had the weird idea we wanted to smoke some Cirex. Now, I was like 9 years old, and my father had one of those wicked. Hey, I want to smoke a Cirex. And he said, really? Well, he came out with a pipe and gave my brother a cigar. Now this was like 1976.
yeah.
That is the last time I smoked anything ever again. I was so sick. He did that on purpose. I have never done it. I will never do it because well, it's just disgusting. But my dad he was a cool dude. I mean, I miss him all the time because he was not like an emotional man, but he was a stern man. Well,
Right.
I guess he knew better. I guess he knew better to be stern with me because if I wasn't stern, if I wasn't had all the discipline, I would have been a wild man out of control, a kid out of control, instead of a young man out of control. And now when I left his house, I was going crazy. So, are you ready to go on a cruise New Year's Eve?
Yeah. I like I said, I put down my deposit, and I mean, I'm good to go. I gotta, like I said, I got that Havana room, so that ran me an extra 500. But since I got the drink package for free, and then they gave me money to gamble with, I figured, well, I'll throw in a little bit more to get that Havana room, you know, because I did it on the Vista, and I loved it. You know, that Havana area back there. You got your own pool. There's less
Mm,
craziness, less
mm.
the little young hooligans running around. You know, I mean, it's a little bit more peaceful now. And then you got the old hooligans. I mean, I was kind of surprised some of the senior citizens were getting cutting loose back there, but
I think you're gonna appreciate that, and I think too, from a vlogging standpoint, that just gives you an even more unique experience on the
well,
Jubilee.
yeah. Well, because if you think about it, that's only going to be the second sailing,
Right.
so I can get some pretty good vlogs of it, put it out there. You know,
I think that's a smart move, honestly.
Y'all can
I might do the icon. I was looking
y'all
at the
talk me
icon
into this kind of
today, and I could get a room for pretty reasonable on there. It won't be the inaugural or anything like that. Of course, that's already sold out, but it'd be
Andrew
like,
and I are talking about the icon too. We've had a lot of conversations about it. We really want to try Royal.
Oh,
Cause
nice.
do you need a roommate? Do you need a roommate for the icon?
I don't know, man. I'm gonna call. I'm gonna call and see if because I earned a free because I guess as you go up in the tiers, you get like you earn a free like interior, and I'm gonna call the casino host and see if I can parlay that into getting on the icon. But I'm sure they're gonna tell me hell no. But but
Hey, you never know.
Never know.
never hurts to ask.
My aunt and uncle got the Jubilee, the same sailing we're going on, for $100 each on an interior
Wow.
on a casino deal.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What? $100 each?
Yes, we
7
were
days?
on the Jubilee on the December 30th cruise. We were like, what? I couldn't believe it.
Are they platinum?
Are they what? They gamble. We're
Are they
gamblers.
platinum? They're gamblers.
Yeah.
Now that means I got to gamble until the day of the cruise to get to that.
Actually, Z, my uncle his family was stationed in Japan around that same time frame. Okinawa.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Air Force or what was it?
I'll have to
What
ask.
brand?
I have to ask.
You ask that, I get. Well, if you ask for if he knew a black guy named John Roberts, and he
John
was
Roberts.
we had a yellow and black Ford Maverick, and he was stationed at Kadena. We were stationed at Kadena, then we moved to Naha, but we're at Kadena. Man, I'm telling you, the Okinawa was crazy back then.
Yeah, Tony hasn't really mentioned a whole. I mean, I just know he that's where he learned to dive,
Yes,
and so
they
he's
got
real into
great.
diving.
Yeah, they got a lot of diving areas, wrecked World War II ships and everything. It's
That's
great for
cool.
diving.
That's cool. That's really cool.
And then, only thing you had to worry about Okinawa was the typhoons. Yeah, if you talk to him, say, "Do you know what a typhoon is?" He'll just start laughing because I mean, typhoon. It's you know what a typhoon is, right?
I do. Actually, when we were in Alaska in 2012, one spun up. There was like a remnants of one, and we
Mm-hmm.
lost power in Anchorage while we were there the morning we were supposed to board our cruise. And we were at the Cook's hotel there in Anchorage. Had to carry our luggage. The elevators and everything were out. We had to carry all of our luggage, and I am not a light packer, especially for that Alaska trip. I was not. And, because when we flew out of Dallas Fort Worth, it was 109. And then when we landed in Anchorage, it was like 40.
Oh,
Wow.
And so, yeah, we had a typhoon, had, I guess, a remnants of one had hit Alaska up there.
wow.
Yeah, it was an experience. That's what I'm telling you. I wish Andrew and I were vloggers then. We've been through some. I watched the YouTube channels and I'm like, man, we've kind of been through that, Why didn't we think to film it?
Yeah, just be like a typhoon. That's on my bucket list to be in a hurricane. I've been to a hurricane.
No,
I've been to a high typhoon. When you're a kid, it's
no,
fun, but when you're an adult, it's serious. When you're a kid, you don't have to no school or anything like that, and you just wait around in the water and so it just kind of that. But
no.
yeah, okay.
We don't do hurricane. So we live right here we're kind of near on the outskirts of Corpus Christi, and Hurricane Harvey. We took the
Yes,
center landed on us. Yeah, no, we lost our
yes.
house in Hurricane Harvey. I will never. If
Oh
a
wow.
hurricane's coming, yep, hurricane's
Hurricane
coming. Andrew and
Harvey.
I are out.
That was bad. I was lucky. The only thing I was lucky about was I had an apartment on the second floor at that time. I was in an apartment, but luckily I was up there, and because I was watching the downstairs neighbors. I mean, they were like
Yeah.
Coming up into their apartments. And my car at that time, luckily I picked the one spot that was high enough to not get flooded out.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, I mean,
Yeah,
there's people still recovering from Harvey.
But we live out here in the
yeah,
country area, kind of. So we're near Rockport. We took like the eye of it, and we live out here kind of in the
yeah.
country. And if you go down, like actually on our road still, when you turn onto the road, that whole building is still hurricane damaged. So it looks like it did the day we came back from Harvey. Like right after Harvey.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of damage down here.
Yeah,
So I don't recommend hurricanes. Like
yeah.
maybe like a Cat 1 if you're like, hey, some rain and some wind, but yeah, no.
Now in Florida, where I was growing up, I think they still have it now. But in Florida, when I was growing, they have hurricane parties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Louisiana
Now
too.
this is
I mean,
now. I mean, they have hurricane parties on the coast.
yeah.
Yeah, right next to the beach, they have a hurricane party. I said, man, that would be. Kidding. I had to have. I had to have cases of Fireball to do that. I had to
Mm-mm.
have cases of Fireball to do that. Hurricane party? Yeah, let's go. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, no, I think I still have some PTSD from that. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I see anything in the Gulf, I'm like, all right, what's our exit strategy? Like mm-mm. But we had only lived down here. So like I said, I grew up in Dallas Fort Worth, and we moved here in 2015, and Harvey hit in 2017. So we only lived down here like 2 years before we went through that. So
before
it was an
hurricane, yeah,
experience.
yeah. So I've been through a hurricane. I've been through a typhoon.
Tornadoes.
When especially a typhoon, a little island called Okinawa. Yeah. Well, we're lucky. We lived on a military base, so they know how to fix that. If the power goes out, they know how to fix it and all that good stuff. But, all right. Well, my question is for the cruise. Everybody been on a cruise. Have you been on a cruise ship that went through a storm?
I haven't been on a cruise ship in a storm, but I mean, I was in the Navy and we sailed through a typhoon back in, I think, I want to say 95, 96. And I was scared out of my mind. I mean, there was so much damage done to the ship. And
Man.
we had like this huge safe where they kept like millions of dollars up in the, back in the day, they did it, they had to keep cash on hand. And,
Mm-hmm.
and the ship had listed so far to one side that the heavy, like, I mean, this thing was, I don't know how many tons it was. It came out and it traveled all the way through like 3 or 4 bulkheads into some other space. The
Ooh.
lifeboats got ripped off. I mean,
Uh,
we were supposed to be on our way to Hong Kong, but they diverted us
mhm.
after that. We had to go to Singapore, and they had to do all kinds of stuff to fix the ship up just so we could finish our deployment.
Wow.
What kind of ship? What kind of ship?
That was an LHA. It was one of those amphibious helo carriers where we had like a bunch of Marines
Yeah.
on board and helicopters and Harriers.
So, so it's like the Iwo Jima, like that carrier. Was it a carrier or was it just a?
It wasn't a full size carrier, but it was like one of those
Yeah,
smaller
that's the
ones
one with
with
the
the
helicopter.
Marines on board. And I mean, I went up
It's what?
to I had to go up to the bridge to stand watch, and the size of the waves coming. I mean, I took one look at that, and I was just like scared, And the captain was sitting up there in his little captain's chair, and I was like, man, this is it. I mean, I hope they enjoy my life insurance money. You know, crazy.
Mm.
Wow. Yeah, that was. You know, I have not been through a storm. I think I probably could handle it because me and my dad, we like to go deep sea fishing back in the day. So you're like 5 or 6 miles offshore. You get those charter fishing boats, and you get a pretty good size 10, 12 foot wave. You say, "Oh man, it's ain't nothing." And then when I get on a cruise ship, it's oh, we might hit some waves. And looking, I said, "It's only like 4 foot, man. Man, let me go back to bed." It's not that bad at all. So you are ready. Oh, I was going to ask you since we know Jennifer likes to pack light. uh, Kuzma, are you started packing yet?
Oh no. I don't leave till February, so I mean I got plenty of time. Uh, I mean I won't even mess around with it till the last 2 or 3 days before the cruise. I'll probably pack. I mean it's Caribbean cruises. I think I pretty much got it down to a science now, and I don't pack a whole lot of extra stuff. Now when I
Mhm.
went on that Alaska cruise, I did bring some extra stuff because everybody's like, "Oh man, you need to have a heavy coat. You need to have this," and so I did. I went out and I bought like a brand new
Us too.
coat, and I bought those vacuum bags to suck the air out. And but I ended up not even really using that coat that much because I mean it got to the 40s one time.
Oh,
But
that's
yeah,
just way
mostly
too
I'm a
cold.
light packer for the most part.
For us too, we were told the same advice, and so we brought so much stuff for Alaska, but we actually ran around in hoodies, and I mean it
Yeah,
was kind of cold, like in some like a couple of the days it was kind of dreary and cold, but I mean we would double layer hoodie and then a jacket over it, but I think if we were to go back, I think we would just do hoodies and some jackets, like not the big
Oh, that's
thick
just
puffy scarves. And I mean I was
Parka.
packing like toboggans and scarves and mitts, and I mean I was like thinking that I was going to be staying on the North Pole for a month,
Yeah.
um but no, I wouldn't do that again.
I take an
40s. That's
umbrella.
just
I forgot my
Yes,
umbrella. I wished I'd have had it.
yes, I agree with that. I agree with that. A raincoat. I think I would, instead of packing a coat, I'd pack just a raincoat
Yeah.
or like a good
I can't.
windbreaker.
That's yeah. 40s is too cold for me. I don't even like the. I don't
Oh,
even
I
like the
love it.
60s.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
I can't.
you would have liked it, Z. You would have liked it because in the mornings they had the guy up in the solarium area, and he had the hot chocolate, and he would throw
Mhm.
in a shot of Bailey's. So he was hooking up the get that early morning booze, to warm, get the blood warm. I went up there a couple days, and he was up there with a little hot chocolate. Oh, you want a shot of Bailey? I was like, yeah, sure.
Yes.
Put
No,
two
if
shots.
I do, if I do that, it has to be Fireball.
It's a
Well,
It has to
fireball.
be one.
I'm sure
I have,
I'm sure if you asked them, they'd hook it up.
Do some
yeah,
Jameson.
fire. Husband. I mean, your man, Jennifer, forced me to drink this. Bacardi
See, I'm not
rum.
a good poker face. And I'm like forced.
Man,
He forced me to drink this because he was talking, and Kuzbet yeah, he's talking about that stuff. We won't
what
repeat
stuff?
it because I was
Well,
so
I'm on
frustrated.
tonight. I'm not a
Huh?
gamer, so I won't talk about it.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Cruise vet.
Mhm.
When you were in so we had done like a lot of the Caribbean, hot, beachy. When you went on your Alaska cruise, did you kind of feel like I mean, like it's obviously different, but like the sailaways even have a different perspective. We felt, and it was I remember like that was the first time I'd heard like more of like if there's an emergency, grab your medicines, and that was just it was such a different. I don't know. It was different for us. We were on Princess that cruise too, though. But
Yeah. Well, I mean, because we sailed out of Seattle, and the weather was actually that day was pretty nice. It was like 70, sunny, and they did have a sail away party. Um, I mean, it wasn't like a carnival sail away party.
right.
But, I was kind of out there just kind of filming and filming the sail away and everything. But I thought it was pretty nice. I mean, what I liked about it with Seattle, and that's the first time I'd been out of there, you get a nice view of the city, so I
Okay.
don't know. I kind of enjoyed that.
No, we loved it. It was just different.
Yeah.
We went out of Whittier,
Oh, okay.
so it was definitely when we left. It was like kind of like that cotton candy sky with a reflection of from behind the mountains and stuff. And so it was a totally different. And plus, it was so that morning. The remnants of that typhoon had hit Anchorage at like 1 or 2 in the morning. It knocked out a lot of power. And so our cruise had kind of got delayed on leaving, and it was a whole deal with that storm. But
Oh,
it was different. It was we want to go back. Like that's probably we're doing a Hawaii cruise in 2024, but I think I really want to throw Alaska back on the table. I've been watching yours and Ocean to Oceans videos on Alaska, and I'm like, okay, I want to go back.
yeah. I That was a bucket list for me, and I loved it. And like I said, I'm going back. I'm going back this year. So
That's awesome. I love that.
the ship.
Yeah, but yeah. I I think about Alaska. I think about Titanic because the icebergs. No,
It is.
'cause
I will
if
say
I'm
it
on a
is.
cruise,
Yeah, but the room I had, the lifeboat was right underneath my balcony. So I think I would have been good. I could have jumped out of my balcony onto the lifeboat.
So so Andrew and I were on like the cheapest room you can get on like floor 1 or 2, and we could hear the thong thong. So
Oh yeah.
what?
um, as the ice was kind of bouncing, especially in the strait. So um, yeah,
Um, I had to be drunk to go through that. If
it
I
was
hear
actually kind of
that,
cool.
yeah, because my mind we going, oh, what am I supposed to do? Can I be like Leo, or do I have to be? Uh, I'm not gonna be Leo because he died at the end. I'm not gonna do that. I gotta find me something to float on, or freeze to death. Yeah, so yeah, the hot tub. The only thing I would do if I do an Alaskan cruise, it has to be all inclusive, no limit on drinking alcohol, and I have to be in a hot tub probably 23 hours a day. I don't like cold weather. I don't like cold winds or anything like that. That's why I probably do a trans-Pacific cruise, but not a transatlantic cruise, because it's too cold. And well, y'all heard about the celebration. They had some weather coming from Europe going to Miami. No,
Although
no.
I was looking at that 30-day. If I figure out how to work it around work, that 30-day from Seattle goes up to Alaska, Japan and stuff. Man, that'd be fun.
Oh, yeah. Now, if I go cruise on Japan, that'd be different. Because I'll stay in
Um,
my room until we pass Alaska, and then I'll be party time. Come
that's
on.
Andrew's bucket list cruise, I think. We're gonna have
Japan.
to either like one save up a lot of PTO or win the lottery or I don't know. I'm a little nervous on how we're gonna get the 2 weeks off for Hawaii.
Mm, yeah.
Maybe he'll have a surprise for you. You might win the lottery. Don't tell you until about a week before you go on the
No, well
cruise.
we're
Guess what? We won the lottery. We're going on a cruise. need to quit your job. We're going to cruise.
That would be
That would
nice. It'd be probably me because I'm more the gambler than he is, so it'd probably be me.
yeah, that,
I
you
told him
you so you go
when the
ahead.
Mega Millions was high, I asked him. I said, "Well, because I was playing the Powerball or whatever it was, and I said, if I win like 1.2 billion, do you even want to know, or do you just want me to kind of just let you keep going to work and then just let you know that no, the bills are taken care of, don't worry, or would you
You
want it
would,
to be a surprise,
Jennifer.
you know?"
I think if you won the lottery, you don't need to tell him.
No, I would tell I would need
Just
him to go to Austin with me because I would probably like just be so
no,
scared.
if you would, Jennifer, if you win the money, me and Cruz back would escort you to Austin. I get some of my friends that are real big people, muscular guys, and we'll escort you. We'll get the limo, we'll get the police escort, and we go in there
No,
and
no,
we'll
no. We
talk.
don't want to draw attention. No, no. Put
No,
me in like
no,
a
this
beat up hoopty type.
no,
Something with duct tape.
We'll be going about 3 o'clock in the morning. Nobody would know.
No, no, no. If we're going to pick up 1.2 billion, I just put me in something with a lot of duct tape. Maybe the windows kind of got like a bag over it. Like, I want to be the last one you suspect.
Maybe a cargo van or something like that, or 70s vans. Remember, Chris, Van, you remember those 70s vans? You saw on chips.
Oh yeah, well you get the window with the
Oh,
little
I
like
missed those.
heart window and the fuzzy dice and the
Oh, yeah,
Fuzzy
yeah.
dice, you got a water bed in the back. Yeah,
oh yeah
they
yeah
don't make that anymore.
the custom vans.
Yeah,
You
I always
don't
wanted to
you
have
don't
one
see
of
those too
those.
much anymore.
Yeah, you don't see it anymore because they call it gas station. I said, "Man, please, want one." Or I'll convert old school bus and make it into my old
I
the
mean,
Z
gas is
showmobile.
expensive for my truck.
Yeah.
Gas,
Oh,
gas is expensive for my truck. I can't imagine what it is for some of. Well, my brother has a '95 Chevrolet pickup, and he's had it forever. And the other day, he and I were chatting, and he was like, "Yeah, I get 7 miles to the gallon." Well, Justin, it would be worth it for you
oh
to
Lord.
trade it in, buddy.
Yeah. I filled up
Yeah,
my
so
truck the other day.
Yeah, it my truck holds. I think it's like 27 gallons. It's always 60 plus.
Yeah.
well, see,
Yeah,
that's
they
why
had to
you
up my
need to
limit
get
on
a
my credit
Japanese.
card because $300 wasn't cutting it. At Valero, I could go for $300 real quick.
Yes, yes. Like that's 3 stops.
That's why you
Yeah.
need to get a Japanese
Oh,
Toyota or Nissan. You say, oh, I let if I had a truck, it'd be like a Nissan or a Toyota. Those are pretty nice, pretty. They're real reliable, and
I
they get good gas mileage.
I've driven a
Great
truck since
gas
I was
mileage.
about 17. I don't think I can. I drive Andrew's SUV every once in a while, and he's got like a smaller SUV, but um, I've driven a truck since I was 17. I don't think I could ever go back, honestly. I mean, and this one, the one I have now, has a Hemi, so it's like even like when I'm in Andrew's car, it's like I forget, and so like when I hit the gas, I'm like, "Are we going? Like, what's wrong?" Because like with my truck, you just barely touch it, and it's like, boom. So it's sometimes of an adjustment for me.
yeah, I
Yeah, I
wouldn't
can
want to
see
get rid
that
of my
now.
truck.
I don't know.
No,
Wow.
I've got a Ram, and
Oh,
it's
okay.
awesome.
I got a question for both of y'all. Now this gonna be a fun
I'm
question.
scared.
Okay, money's no limit. No, it's not that bad. Money's no limit. What is your ultimate vehicle? Car, or truck.
Hmm.
It's not
Jennifer,
a
you go
car. I can
first.
tell you, it's not a car. Again, I wouldn't drive a car. If money is no object, I think I would go buy me one of those really nice Denali's. Like but I'd still keep my truck because I like being able to go pick something up at the store or whatever and throw it in the back of the truck. Like, I don't have to go call a friend. I don't have to go rent one at U-Haul or pay the. I mean,
Mhm.
not that we go buy that big of stuff very often, but I mean, I can hook the trailer up. I mean, it's just I couldn't do a car, but I think I would go get me like probably a Denali or something.
Sound like you're a town girl. Town girl. Yeah. Ceuise, you're up.
Well, I mean, if I could keep my truck, but get something else on the side, I would get another Mustang because I did have at one time a 2004 Mustang GT convertible,
Oh, cool.
and man, I loved it. When I was stationed out in San Diego, I would get out there on Interstate 8, and I would just open it up, and I'd be out there flying. And
That's awesome.
it's a wonder I never got a ticket. But especially because I would make that run from San Diego. They had like a little casino out in the desert, out I-8, and I'd see how fast I could get there. And then every now and then, being out there is fun a little bit, especially when you got a little Mustang convertible, because there's always somebody who wants to come up and challenge you when you're rolling around in Southern California, and so that's always fun too. You get some little punk. You get some little punk like 17, 18 years old. He's probably barred his old man, and it never fails. You pull up to a light, and here he comes, and the next thing you know, you're engaged in some street drag scenario.
Teaching him some life lesson.
You can't. Once you get going, man, you can't refuse the challenge. So
That's awesome.
My ultimate vehicle, and you can look it up. It is a 2023 Nissan GTR. It is a four-wheel drive car, supercar, 0 to 60, 2.5 seconds. They'll blow your Mustang away. It has a
I don't know about that now.
auto cruise. Oh yeah, you can type it.
All right,
that car.
We both win the Powerball, and you will drag it out.
Yeah, because that GTR could beat a Porsche. It could beat a Lamborghini. It could beat a Ferrari. Go on to YouTube, type in Nissan GTR version.
I don't know. I got to see. I am. When we get off, I'm gonna go do some research. Nissan.
And you're gonna come back. You're gonna come back tomorrow and go say, Z, I apologize.
Z's always assigning us homework.
Yeah, I know,
do
man.
my research.
You come to Z's show, you get to learn.
Yeah. Do you know what a Nissan GTR is?
I have not seen a Nissan. I will admit I have not seen a Nissan GTR.
But I haven't gone looking either.
I haven't looked.
For example, if you want to see it, do you remember the movie The Fast and Furious?
Yeah.
Which one? 1 through 10?
The first one was Paul Walker had it. It is a modified. Too Fast. The second one. It's a modified GTR. He modified. That was his personal car. He modified it, so it was highly illegal in America. You cannot buy it in America. You got to get it imported from Japan. The one I saw and I really love cost at least $150,000 for this car. And he'll blow every American car away.
So you got to win the lottery to get it, basically.
Yeah.
Well, if I had a license, I would. I probably had to sell everything I own, just live in the car. But
yeah, if I spend $150,000 on it, I'm living in it. That's all it is. I'll sell the house.
or well, they don't make them anymore. Do you remember that? I don't think you remember. Uh, what was it? It was a 1994 Pontiac Trans Am Formula.
Yeah,
It
I
was the
remember
one.
those.
Okay, it's the one with the microchip, and you go upgrade the microchip, and that car will go like have like 600 horsepower on it. My friend, and now he is a pastor of a church. He had his girlfriend's brand new Trans Am. We're on 20 from going. You know how 20 years from a straight shot, 35 miles an hour on Interstate 20. Scared the living crap out of me. And he was in fourth gear. Fourth
Yeah.
gear. The car had 6 gears. Scared the living Jesus out of me. That guy was a maniac. Now he's a pastor of a church. So he's still crazy, but not as crazy like he used to be. Well, okay, we've been talking almost 2 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not a record. Not so.
I think.
So
I mean, Z. I think. Man, I think I've spent 8 hours
that's
today
right.
watching your shows.
Well, I was
Maybe
on
you
the
should
early
get
one.
some people to say sponsor me. Like,
Yeah, we need to get you some
yeah,
sponsors.
that 1 p.m.
Video.
was pretty rough. That one was
That
pretty
was a
rough
long
when
one.
y'all were gaining up on me. No, y'all were gaining up on me. What
Gaining
you
up
talking about?
on you.
No,
PlayStation.
I told
And your
Andrew. I said
aunt
I
had a
kind of feel bad.
bottle of Fireball. Well, he was ever he was getting this good bottle of Fireball going, hey Z, look what I got. And then
Well, you didn't see
I
me
was
hand it to him.
I was
You
getting
didn't see my hand
respected.
handed to him. It was
No,
me. I'm sorry.
all I saw was a bottle of Fireball. I said, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, I actually was going through like so we had taken Chloe trick or treating, and one of the houses in my mom's neighborhood believes in giving adults trick or treats too, and so he was handing all the adults like you could just go in the ice chest and pick out a pocket rocket, and we grabbed a couple of fireballs. I didn't drink. Mine,
Mm.
but
You didn't drink yours, but you did. Yeah. Trick or
hey,
treat. Yeah,
he's off work today.
he was teasing me. I said, okay. That's why is he sleeping?
No, he's with Chloe.
Is he
We
sleeping?
trade off with Chloe. Yeah, I
Uh,
mean, like I can hear them in there, but yeah, he's probably watching this live actually. But
yeah, he's
we
watching.
she's kind of she misses him. Like Andrew's her buddy. Like if you can't get more of a carbon copy of Andrew than our daughter, except for she's a girl. I mean, like she looks just like him. She's got the same hair, the eyes, everything. I was just a host. Um, and she's got his personality. I mean, that is her buddy, and when he works a lot, like he's been doing with and then on the weekends and stuff, she misses him, so he's in there with her. She's had a lot of mommy time this weekend, so
Yeah, she said, I need to get to mom's. I gotta have dad over there.
yeah, dad's more
I gotta.
fun. Mom makes us do things. Dad's more fun. Dad like builds the forts with her, and
Oh,
I mean, I walked
sports.
out one day. I want to say it was last week or the week before. I walked out of the office and like they were both like playing video games and eating pizza. I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
She's playing video games now.
Play,
He gives her
PlayStation.
the second controller that's like not on, and so
Oh,
That's another PlayStation user.
oh, oh, will you stop?
we're training her
You're
young.
hurting me.
She's our young Padawan.
Yeah, Now, so speaking of platform, make the force be working. Oh, that.
Yeah,
What was
I
that?
don't have any.
Oh, Xbox.
Mm-hmm. This is my idol. Other than Fireball, this is my idol. This is my
I
enjoyment.
had the first Xbox I had. I blew it up.
Did you get the red ring of death?
No. I had gotten stationed over in Greece, and
Oh well, yeah.
their power situation
Well,
is different.
Jennifer,
And
Jennifer will be
she
back.
went
She
she went
keeps
off.
hitting that button. No, she keeps hitting that button. Okay, hold on, Jennifer. I see here.
She'll probably come back on.
Yeah. Okay, there it is. Uh,
This is why I don't join.
mm.
Sorry. So you were stationed in
Yeah,
Greece.
she's been
Oh yeah,
drinking
yeah.
alcohol, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, yeah, because I was stationed in Greece and I plugged the Xbox in because they got a different power. They got like a 440 volt thing going on over there. And I wasn't paying attention, and you're supposed to have a little
Yeah,
adapter, and I just plugged it
European.
straight
Yep.
in, put the power button, it was like bam, smoke started rolling out. So I had to drive back to the base, go to the exchange, grab a brand new Xbox, and it's like, man, I just got there, so my Xbox was gone.
Oh no.
It's crazy.
I remember.
You see that you're being in Europe. I got that. Go ahead.
I remember Andrew.
Go ahead, Jennifer.
Um, I just got an Andrew for an Xbox 360 it was a used one, but I got it for him for Christmas or something from GameStop, and we had moved into our apartment, and he didn't have it a couple months, and we had a lightning storm, and he got the red ring of death. I thought he was
Mm-hmm.
gonna cry. I thought he was gonna cry. I
Yeah.
was, but luckily, like it was a
Oh,
known
so that's
issue,
why.
so they replaced it.
Yeah, I played the hell out of
That's
that
why he doesn't
Xbox.
like Xbox. That's why he
I used
doesn't
to
like
play. There was like a
Xbox because the ring
BMX
of
game
death.
that I played all the time, and you would complete these different challenges, and it would unlock certain things. Like there was like a little like strip club in the game, and you would do things, and
What?
it would unlock certain things, which I don't even. They probably couldn't get away with making games like that now, but it
I
was,
remember,
Oh,
it was good entertainment.
Brenda.
I remember something like that. I used to play the Dead or Alive game too, the beach volleyball version with yeah, something similar. They don't make games like that. I mean, like I look at them now, and it's just not my
Now
thing.
I play like Madden, like if I'm sitting around and I got to do, I'll bust out the PlayStation and I'll play some Madden or MLB The Show or something like that. But I'm
I
more
like
into like
Sims.
sports games.
I have Sims for my PlayStation 3.
Oh wow!
Oh,
Well, I downloaded an old school version of Doom for PlayStation 3.
Oh, that's cool.
I hadn't played that in forever.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah,
Jim. Oh man,
that's definitely
PlayStation
Andrew's thing. I just don't. It's not my thing anymore. But we could do
So
some DIY painting. Do you want to we could paint some boards, sip and paint.
he'll look at you and say, "You're out of your mind."
You know,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say Andrew kind of just lets me do it. He just like whatever. It keeps me from bugging him.
And speaking of that, you gotta tell the story about the boxes you got. You got 8 of them
Oh,
from
Amazon must be.
Amazon.
So what I do is like if I think of something, I'll go research it out on Amazon and throw it in my cart or whatever. So for the cruise in January, we always do the gift exchanges. So I always order those Anchor bottle openers and then like the Life Raft bottle openers, and that's usually like what Andrew gives away. Andrew gives away one, I give away the other, and we just do different gift exchanges. So I had those in my cart. And I don't know if anybody was on that Howie Cruise live last night. I talked about how I lost my wallet. So we were in Half Moon Key. Yeah, Half Moon Key, and like Chloe had pulled. I had like those like old school Carnival neck wallets I had probably from when I went on my first cruise in 2003.
Oh, yeah.
And that's always what I take on cruises. And so Andrew happened to have my license, but when we were in Half Moon Key, like Chloe had pulled on it and broke the string. And so I kind of like made a makeshift one while we were on the cruise because we only had like 3 days left or whatever. Well, I don't know what happened, but in Nassau, and when we got in Nassau, I lost my neck wallet thing. And so it had my sail and sign card. It had cash and just a couple. It didn't have my license and stuff. But anyway, so I ordered a new one of them and to replace that one. And, I ordered some Christmas gifts for Chloe. And, anyways, so I got paid on the 7th or whatever. So I just went ahead and just hit pay on Amazon and just, next thing I know, Andrew's like, the Amazon guy just dropped off 8 boxes. Like, for real? My bad.
8 boxes.
8 boxes, but it was just various items. I mean, I ordered like 80 rubber ducks for the hide the ducks. We ordered business.
Oh yeah, the hiding the ducks.
Yeah, we ordered was it Warmstrong and Eddie from Huddle Adventure. They had talked about how they put like their QR code on the back of their business cards and stuff. Yeah. So we kind of thought that was just an excellent idea. So I was on Vistaprint and kind of, did some different business cards. And so I'm going to like hole punch them and then take the rubber bands and put them around the duck's neck. And, so I was just thinking of things like that to kind of help promote our channel and to have fun. I mean, the whole thing about it is to have fun, but I thought, well, while we're having fun, it might be nice if it's instead of putting like Jennifer and Chloe, put Embarkation Nation.
I was thinking about doing that. I don't know if I'm going to do that for this upcoming cruise or not, but I might. I don't know.
Yeah, I was just thinking it might, because, I mean, it could be a way just to kind of promote, but also have fun. And Andrew would get up, actually, on this August cruise, he would get up and I went ahead and just made them all and threw them in a bag and put them all together. And he would just grab a handful while he would go up to get breakfast or whatever. And he would film his intros or, wherever we were in port and just hide a couple while he was out and about.
Yeah. So
it wasn't like we were hiding 50 ducks at one time, but it was like, I don't know, it was like $36 for 80 ducks. I was like, yeah, we'll break them. Yeah, I'm not hiding 80 ducks, but I figured we'd take like a good 20 on this cruise. They were in their own boat.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also ordered, I got us one of those like dry erase boards, the magnet one. And then I ordered some stickers with our channel name on it, like the, YouTube logo with our channel name. And I put it at the top, and then I got some like dry erase pens and stuff to leave us a message. I saw another channel do something similar to that. And I thought we're on the Lido deck this time on a balcony. I thought it might be fun to kind of, see what kind of traffic we get. When we're on like the first and second floor, I don't think you get in, aft and the free, $100 deposit cruise. I don't think you get as much traffic, but
you never know.
We've gotten some random things written on our boards before. But I got a bigger one. Wow. I just got a bigger one. Last one we had was like a 5x7 or something.
Wow.
So that, and I don't know. I was just kind of, I've been watching channels, just kind of like, that's a good idea, or.
Yeah.
How can we implement that?
There's a lot of different channels, got a lot of different things going on out there.
They do, and they're so creative. Like, I don't know if y'all watch Nog Vlog, but they did like a message in a bottle where they did like a Coke bottle, and then they left like sticky notes. I was like, how fun. I mean, you're going to have your one or two that put something inappropriate, but
Yeah.
you're going to. I mean, but I thought that was so like, and I didn't want to borrow that, but like I thought that was just so creative and innovative, and I think that's one thing I think I like about watching all the various channels is just how innovative and creative everybody is.
That guy does his ship tours. He's got the little Mickey Mouse. You ever notice that? He's got like the little. Well, first of all, he's got somehow, I don't know how he's doing it, but he's got like a map incorporated in the ship tour, and he's walking through the ship. You can see the dot like it's showing where he's at, and I don't know how he's doing it. I'd like to know like what is it that what software is he using to generate that? It's pretty
No, that's
creative. I haven't seen anybody else doing it. He's got the little Mickey Mouse. So like as he's walking, he's the Mickey Mouse hand point,
on Noglog.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, he does. He's got that little pointer, and that's what Andrew and I were noticing too. They just hit like 1,000 subscribers themselves in the last
They do
6 months.
group cruises. I think they're travel agents too. So because I noticed on one of theirs they did like a door decoration contest. Oh, got the Bacardi out.
We didn't make you do it.
Yeah, wasn't our fault.
Yeah, it's just here.
But yeah, he did the door decoration contest, and they were like making fun of people's doors, which was kind of crazy. But
man, that's totally disgusting.
that'll warm
Don't
me up.
drink it.
Wow, help me go to sleep.
No, I agree with you, Cruise. I love seeing the different door decorations. There were some creative ones on this last cruise we were on. I was like, I would have never thought of that, but how cool. We just do the plain, like we've got the nice little one of the gift exchange, somebody gave us like a metal sign, like a one of those with the chalkboard, and you just write chalk on it, and we're just kind of. But I think one Halloween we went all out, and somebody stole all of our door decorations, so I don't do that anymore. Oh yeah, we had because my mom, brother, and I each had like 3 rooms in a row, so we had done like almost a whole that side of the hall of different things, and somebody stole like the little hands and the spiders, and it was probably kids, whatever.
Probably.
I mean, it was Dollar Tree stuff, so it wasn't like
expensive.
It wasn't major.
Nothing major. Yeah, we were all adults. I mean, like we didn't have a kid then. My brother and sister-in-law don't have any kids, so it was like, oh, okay, whatever. Kids took it. Hope they had fun.
Yeah.
Oh man, that last thing I did, I said, "You're nuts." I'm nuts.
Do y'all decorate your doors, Z, Cruisette, Mike?
In general, or Christmas, or cruises.
On cruises.
Oh, sometimes I think I forget where my cruise room is when I'm
when the fireballs kick in.
When I was doing a cruise on the Carnival Vista, you think this is funny, Jennifer. At the end of the night, I was feeling a little tipsy, and that day, I was riding a scooter. So I'm thinking about going into my room, or going to the hallway, and that hallway is not as wide as it usually is, or I'm drunk. I went to the wrong side of the road because they got odds and even numbers. So I went to the wrong room. I tried to go with my key. Key's not working. I said, I'm looking. And I looked and said, I tried to look at my key, tried to get I'm on the wrong hallway. Now, if you ever tried to back up a scooter, you can't turn around. So it's like going backward for about 3 minutes, trying to go backwards. And you got a little tipsy out there. What in the world? So going backwards, and I found my steward on the other side of the hall. He said, "Z, what are you doing? Your room is this way." I said, "Yeah, I know." Took me 3 minutes to go backwards and go to my other hall. Yeah, yeah. So,
Oh man.
I do not decorate. I know Kuzmet decorates.
No, no, I haven't really done
I
that.
think I think you decorated on the suitcase one time. I heard you said that.
Well, yeah, that's different. That's that was inside. That was interior decoration. You know.
Yeah, I have not. The thing I drink a lot on cruises, but I never ever get sick on them or throw up on them.
Yeah,
It's always a first.
well,
Yeah,
that
I
was
can
an
see.
exceptional night. I'll say that.
Well,
But I don't see myself getting in that situation again.
drinking 20 drinks, yeah.
Yeah, I got the print. I got the little tally because they keep track of that on Carnival, well, on all the cruise lines, and so I went back. I started counting, and it was like 22 drinks, and then on top of that, I had a free bottle of wine because I had dinner at the steakhouse, and you book the steakhouse that first night, then you get a free bottle of wine. So I had the bottle of wine plus whatever else. I mean, hell, it's a miracle I didn't end up in the ocean like old boy did.
Buddy. See now, 20. I would do 20, but I had to start like at 7 o'clock when the bar is open, and drink all day to get to 20.
Well, I started like 3 or 4 because I got on board and I went and ate lunch at the Pig and Anchor, and then I rolled back to the Havana bar. And man, that
See,
bartender was just like, he was on it, man. Because every time I'd order, I think I was ordering like rum and cokes or something,
hmm
and he's like, "Oh, well, we got a special for an extra dollar or two. I'll throw an extra, shot in there." And I was like, "Well, yeah, go ahead, buddy." I was like every time, or if I had something with tequila or something, he'd throw something in there. It was crazy.
see, this
It's a good bartender, but
buddy,
man.
you know, a lot of people don't realize when you go on board a cruise ship, you need to eat something like 3 or 4 hours before you go on the cruise ship or drinking in general, because
Well,
you
I
gotta have
did.
something in
I
your
had
stomach.
Pig and Anchor.
Well,
You didn't take it in.
you were eating like 30 minutes and then you went to go drinking. You can't do that. I'm a professional drinker. I know all these.
Well, you're right.
I know.
I should have called you and been like, "Hey Z, I'm on the Vista. I'm at the Havana bar. What's
What
going
should I
on,
do?
man? Give me
You
the
need
game
to eat.
plan."
Next
You
time.
can't eat. You need to eat a big lunch, some meats for
I
such.
did. I had
Yeah, the
ribs,
barbecue doesn't count. You
brisket,
need to have.
chicken. That's not meat.
Well, you see, here's the thing. You did it, edit, and then about 20 minutes later you went to go drink. You can't do that. You gotta wait your food settle, and then when
Oh,
you
all
start
right, all
drinking,
right.
and then when you start drinking, the stuff that's in your stomach is full with all the meat that absorbs the alcohol.
Okay.
See, I've been doing research for years.
Well, see, if you'd have been there, Z, you could have kept me out. You could have kept me out of trouble, but you weren't. I was on my own. I was left to my own devices.
Well, on the New Year's cruise, I
Yeah.
mean, now you know.
Well, I'll be prepared
What?
for that. I'll make
Oh,
sure.
I'll be well prepared. See, I'll be prepared for y'all because when I get there a couple days before the cruise, I'll get the hotel room, pick up a bottle of Fireball. I have me some fast food and get it ready. I got to do okay. Eat, drink, eat, drink, and then Monday, the day of the cruise, big old breakfast. Probably about
We're
eight
staying in
pounds of
Kima.
eggs.
Oh, y'all
Huh?
staying in Kima?
We're staying in Kima because the the crazy Galveston prices, I was like, no.
Oh my God!
That's where I drive.
Yeah.
I drive through Pima on the way.
Yeah, we're gonna stay there. It was like I don't know, less than $100 for the night there. I mean, and I think
Mhm.
probably could have researched and gotten even a little cheaper somewhere else, but I was like, hell, we'll stay in Kima. But I think I saw like 350 in Galveston. I was like, yeah, no.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
What day? What day is
See,
that?
what
I
I
haven't even
did
looked at
was
what
when I
day.
was
Is that
I
like
think
a
it's
Friday?
it's a Friday night, and then we like the
Oh,
29th is a Friday, and then we leave on Saturday.
oh, well, that's why right there. I mean, that's
Yeah.
oh,
And and it's New Year's Eve weekend. I
oh
mean, it's
yeah.
holiday
that's it.
weekend. So Galveston was just crazy. So, I mean, we could leave, this our area and drive the day of, but I mean, it's a little, I feel a little stressed, and
I would
I
not
think
do that.
Andrew would not
Yeah.
appreciate me being like, "Ah." So,
Yeah, because I would not recommend doing the day of the cruise. I'm just saying. A lot. Let me
yeah,
see here. I got my.
we'll get
Let me
there the
go.
night before. Maybe drive in if other vloggers or something or somewhere will meet up or something. But
Yeah, because if I do this, I got to fly in the day of and get the hotel, probably in Texas City in the afternoon to calm my nerves after I get to Houston. Then I got to sit back on take a nap with the Uber driver do because Houston traffic. Oh, I,
mm,
I no,
we
It's
won't even
no.
hit the Houston traffic. We'll
it's
come in
it's
south.
special.
We'll
Yeah,
come
so
in near
I'll
Alvin.
do the yeah. So I had to go through that. It doesn't bother me because I gotta find me a liquor store when I get to Texas City. I got well, 'cause they frown on you to bring a bottle of liquor uh in a backpack. They frown on that. But on the other hand, on the way
Well,
back, I could pack it.
well, you can bring
Yeah.
a couple bottles of wine on board,
Uh,
I'm not saying that I condone it, but some people might buy like some fake uh, corks and all
yes.
that, and empty it and fill it. I mean, I'm not saying that I've done it or
Maybe look at your Amazon.
I'm not promoting it, but
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
just saying it's out there. It's
I
out
guess.
there.
Me and my buddy, we were on the Navigator to Seas, and the night before, he had the brilliant idea that he wanted to take some vodka with him, even though he's about to drink package. He said he wanted to have vodka in his room. Now, the night before we get ready to pack it that day, we went to this bar and restaurant. We drinking all day and get ready to pack. This fool got a bottle of scope, dumped out the scope, and forgot to rinse the bottle out.
Oh
Oh,
no.
he made his own rumplements.
He forgot to he forgot to rinse out the bottle of scope. So he put it in there, pack it up all nicely, and then we get in the room. He pops it open. He said, "Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna have a drink before we go do anything." I said, "Okay, I would not do that by you." Now I didn't tell him to rinse. I should have told him to rinse the bottle, but I just want to see his face.
At least
He
his
took a
breath would have been
swig.
clean while he was drinking.
Yeah, he
Right?
took a swig of that. He said, "Yeah, he." I just say my best friend in the world. I love him to death, but this was his first cruise, so he had no common sense of what's going on. This is my third, so I told him basically, I said, "Hey man, we didn't eat anything today. You need to go eat something before you start drinking." And that's why I got the quote. Well, he says, "Well, dude, I don't want to do that. I'm a professional alcoholic." I said, "Okay." So he took a
We
couple of
used,
swigs of that scope, and he says, "Man, this thing tastes familiar." And I said, "Oh, I forgot to tell you. Did you ever something to the scope bottle?" He said, "No." I said, "Oh, that's why." So He kept the bottle because he didn't want to throw it out. Remember, he didn't eat anything all day.
Oh,
He does vodka and tonic. About 9 of them. Hours later, hours when I come into the cabin, he's passed out at 10 o'clock. Passed out on the bed, and little Ralph came by. You know who? You know what Ralph is, Jennifer?
Did we throw up?
Jennifer. Yes.
Yeah.
He's up on the bed, passed out, and I have video evidence. I have video
No.
evidence of that. So I got that on my other computer. So if I ever get mad at him or he does something to me, I'm gonna put that on
just
YouTube.
show it.
Okay.
Blackmail.
But he woke up the next. He woke up. I'm filming. I filmed the next day. I was great. I ate breakfast. He comes in to eat breakfast. I filmed him, and he says, "Hi, I'm Ralph." I
Oh my
said, "What do you
gosh.
mean?" Yeah, only thing I remember, I was doing my drinking my vodka with the scope. Next thing I knew, I'm on the bed. I told you so. I got that on videotape, so if you would, I wouldn't do it. I have it in my brain. If you,
Yeah,
yes,
I've never been sick on a cruise ship. Now Vegas, we have a couple. Me, Andrew, my brother. We Vegas too hard, but yeah, we've never done that on a cruise ship. I do remember one time we did it was like a 5-day cruise on the XT, and it was during Super Bowl week when the Cowboys Stadium hosted the Super Bowl, and it was all
yes,
icy and stuff. So we
yes.
drove down. Yeah, so that cruise, and me and Andrew, and my brother, we had taken a case of water and carefully pulled out the edges and
Oh
filled the
my
middle ones.
Jennifer,
Well, the middle
Jennifer.
we had gone to that was like Progresso and Cozumel. So anyways, we got to Progresso, and my brother he had really taken a couple of those water bottles kind of hard. So he didn't get off in Progresso, and so we got off. Like my brother stayed on, my mom stayed on, but then my dad, my brother's wife, and Andrew and I got off. And my dad and Andrew are drinking that Leon beer, and they're doing like buckets. I mean, like beer for beer. And like my dad, when Josh describes himself on Have Luggage Will Travel, my dad was a big guy too. I mean, he wouldn't wear certain shirts because he's like, I'm like a billboard. And so my dad was a big guy. I mean, he's like 6'4", and he's kind of a heavy guy too. And Andrew
Mhm.
at the time was like, 21, worked, through
A
pallets and was
rookie?
real thin.
No.
My dad went beer for beer, just beer. I mean, just another bucket, another bucket. And I was like, oh goodness, oh no. Well, then we like walked back from Progresso, and I'll never forget, like this lady like approached Andrew, and Andrew was like, that lady approached me, and my dad was like, she's a hooker. And he was like, what? It was like
Whoa.
it was his first time to experience that, and it was hilarious because Andrew was so drunk, and we were like having to hold him up, and I had been drinking too, and then when we got to that little bar area, like where you write your names on it right there in Progresso, that's when we started drinking.
Mm-hmm.
We switched from that beer to Dos Equis, and then I mean, we went beer for beer for there. And I remember Andrew and I standing in that duty free shop, and I was like, "Damn, Andrew, I think the boat's rocking." We weren't even on the boat; we were in the duty free
On
store.
the boat.
And I mean, I just remember I don't thank God, we all got back on the ship, and I remember like my dad and Andrew sitting on the Lido deck, and they both kind of laid back, and my dad fell asleep for a little bit. And my mom got him up, and it was formal dinner night, and we were hitting some rough water. And I remember, like, all three of us were hungover. I mean, we were just, I mean, we had a rough day in Progresso, and we left dinner but it was just the rocking and the hang. But we never threw up. But then the next day we had like that all inclusive, like I think it was Mr. Sancho's, where you get the food and like
Mhm.
yeah, me and Andrew were like, we did not get our money's worth that next day because we were like, no, just water,
And you're drinking the
Coke.
poison
Actually, I was like, don't
water.
drink the water, just drink Coke. But yeah, and my poor brother was like ready to party on that day, and he was drinking White Russians, and then he was like, give me a pina colada. And so then he was the one, and me and Andrew were like, no, no. But yeah, my poor brother had to finish off the rest of those waters because I was like, I ain't drinking any more of this cruise. But we never got in trouble. We didn't throw up, nothing like that. We were a little young
You,
and stupid.
you gave me some key information when I talk to Andrew tomorrow.
Oh yeah, ask
I
him about
know.
those Leon beers. Is it Leon? It
I
looks like
want
Leon and Progresso. Oh yeah,
I'm gonna ask him. I'm gonna ask him. Mhm.
oh yeah,
He's gonna-
and
he's
then in
gonna-
Vegas, the first time we were all on Fremont Street together.
Wow.
And so my brother and Andrew are the same age. They're a couple months apart, and they all their friends are the same age. So when we all went to Vegas together, it was on Fremont Street that first time. We were getting those footballs, and then like you get those shots of Everclear on the on top of the mudslides and stuff. And then we were hanging out at
Mhm, mhm.
Mermaids, and like they're real quick with the drinks there, especially if you're tipping. Oh yeah, we have some stories about Vegas.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait because you wouldn't
Oh
say
yeah.
anything about Vegas. You said, yeah, I went to Vegas.
Oh
There's
my.
some stories I can't tell you because you gonna tell. I said, me tell anybody? Never.
What
But
happens
it
in
was
Vegas stays in Vegas.
yeah. It was
Well,
my
no, it
birthday,
doesn't.
my 25th birthday.
Well, Vegas. Well, I've Vegas. Andrew didn't tell you what happened in my class reunion, did he?
I was on that
No,
live.
he did not.
I was on there.
So you know what
You told
happened,
me.
right? Oh, that's right. I told myself, didn't I? Cruise vet. I think I told you about my class reunion.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think I was there for that.
Yeah.
Well, I
Well,
mean,
We
I
were.
wasn't at the reunion, but I was there when you told about it.
well, that was the first time I had Fireball. First time.
Yeah.
That's that's where it
And
all
basically,
began.
That's where the story began.
that's when it began.
No.
Well, it began earlier today because me and him were just, we're sitting back. Just we had a night before the actual reunion, and so it was the night before our class reunion. Our class reunion, the night before the class reunion, we were at Jay Gilligan's, our favorite spot before we had the actual reunion. It was a Friday
Yeah.
night. I get there early. I get there about 6:30 and 7 o'clock. I need to set up, because in those days I was selling CDs, trying to make a little money. So we did that. I get there at 6:30. I ate. Thank the Lord, I had some hamburger. Their hamburgers are good, and their French fries are good in Jay Gilligan. We started drinking about 7:30. Everybody's coming in. They always come in late, and then we closed that thing down until 2:30. And Jennifer, they just. I told Jennifer this. I say we don't remember getting home that night, and the way Cooper is and Division is and Fiddler Road is, it's nothing but when they turn off the signal lights and they're like yellows. Oh, we went through there about 70, 80 miles an hour. We don't know how we got home. We don't know how we
No.
got home, man. 70 miles an hour, and what is the name of this car? It was in a brand new Sequoia, Toyota Sequoia, brand new car. And we were just flying home, and then and then we got to stop because I'm hungry. You know, when you're drinking, you get the munchies. I get the munchies when I drink a lot. I get the munchies. We stopped at Jack in the Box, and I swear to God Almighty, we went to Jack in the Box on the way home, and we spent over $90. $90 in Jack in the
That's a
Box.
lot.
We're on the ultimate cheeseburger. We're on the French fries. We're on the breakfast. We're on the tacos. And we put it on the car. He pays for it. We're already on. We get to this house. We didn't eat nothing. We didn't eat nothing. We got to the house, turned on the lights. I go on the couch and I'm done. I put a fork in. I am done. Now the next day is the class reunion. I had a little hangover, but not a major, and I didn't eat all day of the class reunion because I was going to eat there all day. And then we'll wake up. There's a couple of football games. Not football games. I think it was college football. We're watching that. We say, "Oh man, we gotta go to the class reunion. We're gonna be late." And so we get there, and that's when one of my friends, I'll never forget him, Tony Jack, says, "Hey Z, you need to try this shot." And I said, "What is it?" "It's Fireball." I said, "Okay." I had 9 shots of Fireball. Did not eat anything. And you remember that? You remember the commercial? I fall and I can't get up. That's
the,
me
the
on the
magic
floor at
word.
the end of the night. Can't get up. Two friends had to help me out with walking to the car, and not my best friend, but another buddy of mine driving. And on the way to his house, he says, "You know what? You remember that girl that you had a crush on in high school?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "Well, she's in town. She's at a reunion. I want to go see her." Now, me and my smart but drunk, I said, "The blink or not," took off all my clothes in his front seat of his brand new car. All my clothes except for my socks. I'm up here on the front seat. Just, you ain't going nowhere. He drives up by 50 yards, gets out of the car, opens the door, and throws my butt out of the car. It's 2:30 in the morning. I'm butt naked. I'm going to my friend's house. He's over at the house. He has the cameras up. He is laughing his butt off. I'm knocking at the door for about 5 minutes, let me in. He's laughing his butt off because you see me on camera, butt naked, knocking on the door. Finally, he opens the door and just laughing and said, "Why are you laughing at?" Now, I am fuming mad. I am frustrated and I'm drunk. Now, this is when I had to slow down and start drinking that much. And I'll never do it again. But here's the thing, my friend had a 40 in his dresser. Now, this is how crazy I was. I didn't eat anything. I was in my car. You know, so if that MF comes on here, I'm going to shoot him. I grabbed the gun. When you do the gangster time. You ever shot a gun, Jennifer?
I own a few.
Jennifer, you ever,
Yes.
you ever shot?
Do I
Okay,
what?
I'm doing gangster style. I'm doing it sideways, gangster style. Good. Already going like this. I say, "Is that
Hmm.
brother comes in here?" I'm gonna shoot a Greg grabs the gun and said, "You better put that gun down. I'm gonna take you to jail." I said, "Ooh." Now I would never do a fireball shot without eating. That's the story.
Well,
The
at
next
least you
day,
learned something.
You learn it,
this
yeah.
is what I have not tell you. Now, yeah, the next day I get a text from my sister, and my best friend, my brother, the ones I could really count on, took a picture of me butt naked inside the car, gave it to my sister.
Oh
My
no.
sister, mom. So when she told me, I sent the text to mom, and she'd call you any minute. Now my mother,
Saw the
my
picture.
mom is like the saw the picture and cussed
Hmm.
me out. I'm 45 years old. She is cussing me out to the wall and basically said, "What the fuck are you doing on your classroom? You got this stuff. You did not put this stuff on Facebook." I said, What? I did not. I did not have a clue. This said, "Oh, you know what? I was so drunk. I took the picture on there and sent a text to your sister, and I was gonna put it on Facebook." No, no, he didn't. But he just put the text on there and sent it to my sister. Cause my sister would give it to my mom. I will never do shots like that again without eating.
Well, there you go.
Andrew's saying, and then Armstrong said, "Man, I didn't know you were like that." I said, well, I was like that. I'm not like that anymore. That was like 6 years ago.
Did you just say six? 6?
It was 6 years ago. Actually, let's see. Graduated '86. It was 2016. Yeah,
Okay.
almost 7 years ago. Almost 7 years ago. And yeah, so I would never do that again. I would just never do that again. I'd never do. If I go on a cruise, I'm going to eat before I start drinking. That's what I said. I said a cruise man. Did I knew he was drinking. I know he was drinking like 20 drinks, and then
But I kept my clothes on.
I'm sorry, man.
I stayed clothed, so I feel like
I mean, see, when you were
You
telling this story,
feel
I was thinking like in your 20s. I didn't realize it was like within the last few years.
that was the last 7 years. Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking like, man, I haven't
Yes,
lived. I mean, I have some
and
wild stories, but
you haven't lived any.
mm,
You haven't lived. See, I could make a documentary year, but I had COVID.
oh, I think we could too. I
So
mean,
I was supposed to go to my 35th, but I had COVID. I missed that one. But yes, I'd like to have fun. But now I know I have to be responsible. That's why.
well,
That's why I don't.
you
Well,
learned.
that's why I don't think that guy. Yeah, I learned. That's why I don't think that guy is telling the whole story about the incident when he fell off. There's something not there.
oh,
Something not right.
the guy that was on the Valor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Because on the one hand, he said he was drinking. He had two drinks during the day of the incident, and then he showed. Somebody showed the video of him playing the air guitar. I know he was pretty drunk doing that. He got another drink, and that's all he remembers. He doesn't remember going to the bathroom. He doesn't remember going to his room or whatever he was. And he doesn't remember flying off. No,
I'm
I would
I
not do
wasn't
that.
there. I wasn't there. I can't judge. I mean, I've done some things where I don't remember the next day either, but I do think shock and some of that can play a factor too, maybe health. I don't know. I want to believe that there's no lying, but you never know. But I wasn't there, so I can't
Yeah,
judge. I just know my cruise
actually,
experiences.
probably did something not not as crazy as. Oh, I remember one time. This could probably be the final story, but this is a hilarious story. My friend was having a Christmas dinner, and I'm getting ready. I was getting ready to go out. I think it was. Oh man, I think it was. It was the last time I went on the cruise. I think it was the first time on the Vista, and we're having a party at my friend's house. It's probably about 9, 10 o'clock. I'm just chilling out. We're outside, and it's in Halloween party, so it's chilly outside. So I'm in the backyard. We're just chilling out, and one of my other friends, he thinks he's like Mister. Uh, he's kind of like a Richie Rich. He owns lawn service and everything like that. So I'm drinking. I'm just sitting down, and then he says, "Z, I know you're going on a cruise, and I got a bed for you." Jennifer, she did it again. She did it again. She's Jennifer. She's like, all right, back. Let's see. Or I think she's gonna come
I won
back. Or
my fantasy
Andrew
game, by the way.
tell
So.
her to cut. Huh?
Said I won my fantasy football game, by the
You,
way. So I'm in the playoffs. Barely.
Yay!
woohoo!
I okay, I didn't hit any
Jennifer,
buttons.
have
I
you
think
been
I
sipping on
dropped.
something?
No, I don't. I think it dropped that time. It wasn't. It wasn't me. But
That would be
lessons
funny.
learned. I
That's
can't
funny
do
to me.
chat and sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all right. So, anyways, my friend says, "Hey, Z, I got a bet for you." Now, I was doing bets all the time. Just do money for stupid stuff. Now, you gotta remember, it's chilly outside. And he says, "I know you're going on a cruise, Z. I'll give you $100 if you jump inside the pool." Now, this pool wasn't heated, and I had a little bit of drinking. He says, "I'll give you 100." I saw the $100 bill, and I said, "Yes." I ran over there, jumped the fence, didn't take clothes off, just had shoes on, and just jump in the pool. Now you gotta remember, it's October, it's cold, it's freezing. It's not a heated pool. I jump in. I said, "Okay." Brand new shoes. I haven't worn these shoes for about a couple of weeks, mostly. And I have a dress and slacks, and I say, "Okay, go ahead and jump in there." I come back. He gives me the $100 bill, and he said, "Okay, you did good." Now my best friend in the world, Greg, is here, and he knows I do not like spicy food. So he gets uh, that little bastard. He said, "I'll give you another $100 if you eat this whole jalapeno." Now, remember, I don't like spicy food. I don't like jalapenos. And that friend of mine, I said, "Oh, that's another $100 bill right there." So now I say, "Okay, yeah, I'll take that bet." Put the jalapeno, whole jalapeno, about that big, and start chewing. And about 20 seconds later, my mouth was burning up. And this fool did not tell me to drink milk. He told me to drink Smirnoff Ice. You know what Smirnoff Ice is, right? He knows what it is. It's like a malt liquor, not milk, but malt liquor. My my mouth was burning up. I'm drinking a whole bottle. It was like a 40 ounce. I gurgled that thing down, and I was okay until the next morning. Because what comes in goes out. Well, let's just say my behind was a little bit on fire. What you do for $100 in? Yes, I would do that for $100. Yes, I would. Yes, I would. All right, we've been here for almost 3 hours.
Yeah.
Boy,
This is not. Andrew, I for him tomorrow because I gotta see if he remembers the hooker.
yeah, Andrew
That's
works.
gonna be funny.
Andrew works early shift.
That's
Oh
gonna be
yeah, like
funny.
our yeah, he. So Andrew and my dad were really close. Like Andrew and Andrew's family like moved back to Boston shortly after like we had kind of moved into our apartment. So like he was really close to my brother and my dad. So my dad always seemed to like to teach him lessons, especially when it came to drinking stuff. So it was always kind of fun to watch because my brother's he was a little wild. He's not so much now, but so my dad would like to get out there with those young guns, you know, and kind of teach them a thing or two. So
Got to show those young bucks what's going
yeah,
on.
Young buck.
we were at George Strait when he did his farewell tour at Arlington Stadium, and we tailgated and stuff. We used to do Lot 12 parties and stuff for Kenny and stuff. So we were with the same group, and so we were tailgating for George, and we had on the side of us like we had a bunch of college kids, and not, they were our age, and anyways, we were playing beer pong, and like their tents and our tents, you know, you get a spot. If you've been to Cowboy Stadium, you know how it is. And so, anyways,
Yes.
everybody's tents kind of just line up as it is, and so like it becomes one big party. And I'll never forget, like they're out there playing beer pong, and they were like, these guys were like, "Come join us." They used to come like, "Larry, come join us." And so my dad was like, well, so my dad had kidney failure, and he was on dialysis, and then you know, so he couldn't drink the beer, so he had my brother or I each round, but he beat every one of those college guys playing beer pong. It was awesome. I still actually have it popped up in my Facebook memories the other day of
Oh
him.
man.
I was on one end and I took a picture of him. He's ready to throw the beer, you know, the ball. It was cool. So, but yeah, we have some awesome cruise stories. I told Andrew, I've been listening, like I said, Ocean to Ocean and Cruise Vet and Warmstrong, their stories. I think I kind of want to pull some old pictures and some stuff and kind of maybe like we'll revisit like maybe once a month or something, one of our adventures when, you know, the past 16 years. So
Yeah, do like a cruise flashback.
yeah, I think that'd be kind of cool.
Oh,
Because, you know, my family,
I
we've
think.
been to Pearl Harbor and stuff. My dad, we did the December 7th tour, the 12-hour tour. When we stayed in Waikiki, we stayed at the Outrigger, and they picked us up at the Outrigger, and we did like a 12-hour tour, and they kind of take you from like that morning all the way through the day. And we had a special privilege of seeing the wreath laying and stuff at Pearl Harbor, and we have I have somewhere, I gotta find it. Like I know my mom was saying that we have a bunch of those pictures and stuff. And then Maui, we've stayed at Maui a time or two. So I was thinking that would be kind of fun to pull, and then our Alaska trip, and then of course some of our younger Vegas and cruise. You know, maybe like we'll do like like you said, like flashbacks. You can like once a month or
Oh yeah.
something. We're
I
we're
have.
not those people as much anymore, like I said, since we've become parents. But you know, oh, you can see my closet doors open. But yeah.
Yeah, but you probably don't want to put that out there because your daughter's going to see you in about 10 to 15 years and gonna say, "Mom, did you do that?" I
You
said,
know,
"I have no knowledge."
yeah, yeah. I mean, that's kind of I mean, yeah, but you know, she's gonna live her. You know, I would expect her to be the same way when she's, you know, it'd be unrealistic to think that she's never going to do the things that we did. I mean, we hope that she makes good choices and doesn't get caught. But you know, nothing life altering, but
Well, yeah,
you live and learn.
it's just like,
Well, my daughter's
oh, okay,
28,
there you go. Okay.
and she was telling me about because they took her and her boyfriend to this trip to Colorado, and they was talking about buying the weed and this, that, and the other, and it's like, man, that's kind of different. Me being her dad, and
Well,
she's in here talk to me about buying weed in Colorado, and
buying weed.
Yeah.
Just said, do you know who you're talking to? That's see. Now, since since I'm an uncle now, I realize it's like having children. And my sister and her nieces came over one day, and basically I was asking one of my nieces a question: "Do you have a boyfriend?" And she said, "Yeah, but he's not my boyfriend. We like to hang around." And I looked at my sister, and my sister was shocked because I don't think they talk about boyfriends or anything like that. Say, wait a minute, you're like 16 years old. You have a boyfriend? Yeah, but he's really not my boyfriend. And then her sister said, "Yeah, you're lying now. You have a boyfriend." And I said, "Really?" And my little
Nah,
nephew is like 6 years. My little nephew is 6 years old, and he said he has like 10 girlfriends. 10. I said,
gosh.
I didn't have a girlfriend until I was in my 20s. What are you talking about having a girlfriend? You're 6 years old. Oh yeah, there might be little things. There might be little candy to school. I said, man, you're lucky.
That's wild to
you
think
know,
about because Chloe's 3. So she'll be 6 in 3 years. I mean, can you imagine her coming home and telling Andrew she's got 10 boyfriends? I mean,
man,
Andrew will have
I don't suggest it.
a cow.
I'd
I,
hate to
I,
think about it.
I can see Andrew. I can see Andrew have a shotgun ready. You have what? I'm a
Yeah,
boy.
it's so funny because I mean, like I said,
Yeah.
Andrew was 16 and I was 18 when we started dating. So I've seen Andrew through a lot of his wild days, and to see him now as a girl dad is so funny.
Well,
Um,
yeah, that's funny.
yeah, I mean,
So, what did
yeah,
what did you say to your dad when you're dating a 16-year-old? That'd be
I was
very
18.
interesting to find
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. My dad just pretended like he didn't hear me on those he didn't want to have those conversations. But my dad liked Andrew. So Andrew, I'm not gonna put his personal business out there, but he kind of had some unique situations. And anyways, my mom and dad really liked Andrew, and they've always really liked Andrew. He's from Boston, and he had moved to Texas when he was like 15, so, just before we started
it.
dating. So, and then his family moved back, and he ended up staying behind, and actually we got an apartment together. So, my parents just really liked him. He's always been a really good guy. He's always been a real honest guy. So my dad didn't have a problem with it. He my brother, like I said, is the same age, and so he kind of would just, I mean, I wouldn't say parented Andrew, but it was kind of like he was kind of going through the same things with my brother Justin. So it was kind of like, I mean, but my dad enjoyed having Andrew around because, I remember this one time we lived out in the country and between Mansfield and like Lillian and Rendon and all that area. And,
Yeah.
anyways, we were pouring concrete one time and Andrew was like, oh, I know how to do that. My dad was like, oh, good, good. That's what you're doing Saturday morning.
Yeah. Pouring
And,
concrete. Yeah.
I mean, it's funny because we kind of live out in the country now. So like my dad would make Andrew get out there and put up chain link fence, and I mean, he made him get out there and do things just like he would my brother. So my dad always had a lot of respect for him. When my dad passed away in 2018, like Andrew, I remember Andrew being like, I feel like I lost my dad. It was real hard for
Oh,
both of us. So yeah, it
yeah.
was. was a wild time. But yeah, it's funny to see Andrew now, and then like we have a girl, who
Yeah, he's gonna realize in about a couple of years. He'll say,
yeah,
huh.
she's our one and only too. So
Man.
Oh, see that is a little girl.
oh
Oh boy,
yeah.
I can see that now.
If you
Oh
saw
boy,
if you look
I
at
see
his
that. I
Facebook
see
page, you would
that.
see Daddy's Princess.
I'm gonna
But
go check.
yeah,
And see, yeah, wait till about 5, 6 years or 7 years when she get into the teenage years. Andrew's gonna have a little. I'm not gonna say mean streak. Here's the question for you, Jennifer, and I want to hear the truth. When you
okay.
started drinking, your parents.
You broke up a little bit there, Z. What?
I said when you were started drinking, did you drink in front of your dad
So,
or your mom?
so my aunt owns a liquor store, and we had taken my parents had taken their
See,
two-car garage and um
you got back
converted
up.
it into a
You got
game room.
wait. You got to back up real quick. You got to back up. Your aunt did she live in Arlington? Did she live in Arlington?
She may
See,
or may not.
if me, huh?
She may or may not.
She had a liquor,
Huh?
she had a liquor store.
Yeah, my
She had a
aunt owns
liquor
a liquor.
store.
Yes. It's in Fort Worth.
Oh, she does now. Really?
Anyway,
See,
that's what-
if I was like 30 years younger, if me and you would hang out, oh my god, that's
Z, I think she's
when you said my LO, huh?
I think she's your age.
How old?
Um oh, I don't know her exact age. I'm not gonna put that on the
Married?
I don't mind giving away my information, but I'm not gonna give out other people's.
Well,
Man.
okay, liquor store in
I mean,
Fort Worth.
yeah.
She's my
But
age.
anyway, but anyway, so my parents
you,
had
you threw
converted
me. You threw me.
my parents had converted
You-
the garage into a game room. So we had a pool table and like a bar and stuff like that in there. So um, we grew up around alcohol, and it was not a big deal on holidays or something. Of course, with my parents' supervision and stuff, But on New Year's we would do shots of Goldschlager or whatever. So I feel like Justin and I, because we were around it so much. Sorry, I'm showing my back. Because we were around it so much, like we didn't go as wild at 21. So it was kind of like, oh, I've been around it. So my dad, I mean, I wouldn't say we were out. I mean, we have some fun drunk stories, but it wasn't like that turning 21 and, oh, dad, I drank kind of thing. No.
Oh, you
Yeah.
never told them you did that? Oh,
No, my parents knew. I mean,
my
my parents knew we drank.
funny thing. The funny thing about that, when I was in high school, my mom used to drink beer a lot, and it was so embarrassing when I go home from school or coming home for a football game. She'll come outside and said to my friend Greg, "Hey, you want a beer?" I said, "Mom, it's only 17. You can have a beer." Oh, just asking if she wanted a beer or not. Come drink with me. Mom.
No,
Yeah, I
my parents weren't real strict on that.
I drank with my mom. I think I drank with my mom a couple of times. Now my story. I think I had. We went decent fishing in up Jersey, and I bought me a 6 pack of wine coolers, and I popped it up, And my dad said, "What are you drinking?" I said, "Oh, this wine go, Dad. I like it in my 20s." And then then he said, "Oh, okay, you want to be like that, huh?" Now he drinks cognac. Now we're on a charter, one of those charter fishing boats, right? He bought a bottle of Hennessy, poured it out, put it on the is just doing shots of Hennessy. Now my dad was a military man. He told me the funniest story I'll never. I you haven't seen a black man blush in your life. I asked my dad a question. We were out fishing, and I said, "Dad, I've been married for like 40 years. How do you keep the relationship going?" And I'll swear on him. He said, "Lots of porn." My father, military guy, veteran, Vietnam veteran. We have an honest relationship. We're talking. I said, excuse me. Yes, son. There was a lots of porn, and I said, okay, stop. You got then I had that in my mind. That's the worst thing you can say to a grown-up person or a teenager. Porn. And then you had this metal image in my head. I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
Maybe he
And
meant
I'm trying to
corn,
fit.
like the vegetable.
No, he said it. He said it the forefront. He said it right then, and I said, "Oh my God, what am I done?" Now, I'm not. Hey, I know my father. My mom told me that he was. My father was a player. That's what my mom says. I don't believe it. I don't know. My father was a player. Now Kuzbek. In the military, if you're married and you get caught cheating on your spouse, you can get kicked out of the military. I think it's there now, but
Yes,
back
in
in
the
you
uniform,
get
yeah,
caught cheating.
uniform code of military justice. Although it's one of those that
If you get caught,
doesn't get applied. It's usually
right,
an
not
add-on.
like you
You
used to.
know, it's usually like they catch you
Yeah,
doing
but you
something
got
like you were stealing government property, and then they also caught you cheating that. And then they slap. I rarely saw anybody that got hit up just for the cheating, and unless it was like the admiral was fooling around with the E6's wife. Now that possibly, I don't know. That's just at my time. I didn't see it. The only time I ever saw it was like, hey, let's a bonus, 2 for 1.
oh, oh.
Oh man.
Now my and then I found my mom. I was in my dad's car one time. We're going fishing, and on the front passenger seat when I'm sitting, I see a long strand blonde hair. Now I'm going to junior high. I said, "Hey, Dad, what is this?" His eyes got real bulgy eyes. He said, "Son, you didn't see anything. Put it down. You have not seen anything." But Dad, what is this? I'm telling you again, you haven't seen anything. Leave me alone. Yeah, and then especially in the military, it's really frowned on, but it's been going on for years. And then I just could not imagine my parents doing that. You know, you're not thinking you're a kid. Thinking that thing when you go up to you be in your 20s or 30s, and then your father says that. Now I got it in my brain that they are doing that. And then my mom says, "Well, that's why you're here. That's why your brother's here." I said, "Mom, stop." Oh, don't say anything. You're traumatizing me. In my 30s, now you got that in my head. Stop. Don't say anything.
Man.
My mom and dad had the wicked sense of humor. Oh man, but I understand the situation because at the military, my mom and dad, when he went overseas, yeah, I understand. I have not been married, so I don't understand. But marriage, it's hard. It's like a full time job. It's a full time job. That's why when
Some
my
days.
girlfriend at the time wanted to say, "Well, yeah," my girlfriend at the time said, "You know what? See, we do you really? I'm thinking we're going to get married." And I said, "No, I don't." Funny thing. So that, no, no, we ain't going to have that discussion. And then finally, she broke up with me because I would not commit to getting married. And she wanted to know why. I said, "Hey, I am still immature to have that kind of responsibility. I'm way too immature to do that. And I like to have fun." So we, it was, she understand we broke up and all that stuff. And then to this day, mm, no, that's not gonna happen unless, and this is a big unless, my baby mama gets divorced from what's his face and comes to me and says, "Z, we need to hang out." I said, "Yes." That's the only time. Yes.
We talking about Carrie
And there
Carrie
were a
Underwood
lot of things.
or
Oh yeah.
I
It's
almost
one
spit
of the
out my
things.
drink when you said that the other day. I was in here working and and I think Andrew was on the live and I was in here working and I mean literally almost spit off.
Hey, that's my baby mama. I'm just saying. I mean, and then Andrew doesn't understand why he doesn't like country music or he doesn't like
Yeah.
country music in general.
He knows who Carrie Underwood is. And he knows that like I told you in the chat, he likes her legs, but
Oh
he
yeah,
couldn't tell you one song she sings.
I thought he did like 'cause he didn't want to get in trouble. That's
Oh,
why
I
I
put
was
it in the
surprised
chat.
when she said
I
that.
I
Yeah,
know
he
I
said,
know what I know Andrew. Um yeah, he likes Carrie Underwood's legs. But I mean I mean
"Yeah,
she works
yeah,
out. I mean her workout routine is goodness.
it's sickening."
Yeah,
And he was right. No,
she's got a whole workout line and stuff. Yeah, but but no,
yes,
I don't mind.
she's
I don't.
good. Yeah. I bet
That's
you
hilarious.
have. I bet you probably like. Who's that? Who's that real famous young country artist? Oh, you probably like Luke Bryan, don't you?
I've seen him in concert. He's pretty good
Luke Bryan.
entertainer. Yeah.
I think you. I think you like Luke Bryan or who's that? Oh, I know who you like. You like Jason Aldean, don't you?
Jason Aldean puts on a good concert. He, I like it. I like his music a lot. I do.
Yeah, Jason Aldean. I
Yeah.
think Andrew's
Yeah.
watching now.
Is
I
he? He's
said
probably
Jason
like, he's
Aldean. He said,
probably ready for me to go in there. It's 11 o'clock.
I know it's getting close to midnight, man.
I know. I got to get up at
"Oh
6
yeah,
for work.
and you're still here. You're just enjoying yourself."
Oh yeah. I told you I'd join. I'm not as good as Andrew with the live stuff. I hit the leave button on accident and, need to.
But like I always say, you need to try it out if you like it. I mean, you gotta try
Oh,
it
yeah.
out. I
We
had
will.
those kind of.
You can probably see the office is a mess behind me if I've showed it. We're gonna rearrange it and we're gonna make this more of our live area. So I've got boxes where, because what happened was we had a guest room and then we had a baby and then we have an office and then what was in the guest room moved into the office and then now it's like we're just kind of going through everything. It's been a little project anyways before the YouTube thing. So we're gonna in conversation with Andrew, we're going to redo this whole office because I work from home, but I mean, I can move around and stuff. So, but I think I really would like to get Andrew a remote job or something out of retail. So, because his schedule, I mean, I work for a nonprofit for a long time, so I was like Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, every holiday off, and then with my new job. It's still 8 to 5, Monday through Friday. So, I would just wish he had that because then we could go on cruises on those 4-day weekends or whatever. But every holiday I have off or weekend, he's working. So it would be nice if we can kind of get on the same page,
Yeah.
work schedule wise.
Well,
But it kind of
yeah,
works right now with Chloe. So
used to. Yeah.
did I freeze or he did?
Oh,
You froze. I think you froze up there, Z.
okay. Well, all right. Just think about that. I'm in my. Yeah, this was great. My stupid computer. They're supposed to fix this. I don't know why it does that. They said they was going to fix it. They haven't fixed it yet. I'll be on the phone. Okay, so we're going to wrap this up because I know Jennifer's tired and she has to work in 6 hours. But I don't have to work because I'm retired.
I know.
I'm going to be playing
PlayStation.
Are you playing PlayStation tonight?
No. Hush. I don't have PlayStation.
Sorry, like I said, sorry, I'm not as fun as Andrew. I know Andrew when he gets on here.
No, you are Mary. You're very funny. You told me some stories about Andrew, and basically, like I always say on the Cruise Creator, you need to know some of what you talk about cruising, and the reason why you start cruising and all that stuff. It's good. It's good entertainment, and it helps me with my hours.
Oh goodness, yeah.
My hours.
I will say, Z, I feel like on your platform last couple of weeks we've had a really good time, not only getting to know you better, but like Cruise Vet and Ocean to Ocean and Warm Bill. Cruising is fun anytime. Like we've enjoyed kind of having more of that one-on-one. I feel like with some of the lives, there and we would probably do the same thing. It's like there's a topic and then but I like how yours is kind of open conversation. It's more water cooler-ish, and I think that's really, really cool. I like that approach.
Well, it's one of the reasons I did this format because it all comes around and goes back to cruising because it's probably stuff I used to do back in the day, but will not do on a cruise. Well, I'll do a little bit on the cruise, but other than that, no, I would not.
I mean, if you have a lot of shots of Fireball and running down naked on the cruise ship, Z,
I would not do that unless.
Then you'll be on Island Time. Derek will be doing like a story about Z.
Oh my goodness! Could you imagine? Breaking news.
I'll be like, man, I know who that is.
Z South Carolina. Breaking news:
Z Roberts.
Looking man, I was just on the live with him.
Oh my goodness!
You saw Bigfoot with black socks on, looking for where's Carrie? Wood. I saw her over there. I'm coming.
Oh my goodness.
I'm coming over there.
I'm just saying,
Yeah,
on that New
that's
Year's
what I'm
cruise, I'm
saying.
gonna be on lookout. You start having like 7 or 8
No, I'll
fireballs.
just
I'm just gonna go ahead and put Chloe at Camp Ocean.
well, I'll be on my best behavior. On it, I'll be doing probably the run fruit punch, which is very, very,
It's my favorite.
very good.
Oh yeah, I like
Run
that.
fruit punch. Fun day
I
punch.
like the fun chip. I like the fun chip, and I like the mocha chocolate getaways. And
Oh,
I mean, I'll drink the Miami Vices and stuff like that. But
you know what? I never had. I heard about the Miami Vice. I have not drank that. I might have to try that. You know, because
They got a Twilight Zone one that's pretty good too.
oh, I've heard Kiss on the
no,
Lips too. A lot of people
I
like
think.
Kiss on the Lips.
Yeah, I can see me. Zay, we got a kiss on your lips for you. Oh, okay. Is she here? Is she here?
Baby
Is
Mama
she gonna
said to
do a
kiss on the
shot?
lips.
Yeah, you gonna do a kiss on the lips? Okay, I'll do that. I'll think you're carrying on. I'll go ahead and do that now. Give me like 5 of those.
Oh, Cruise
No, but
Vet.
I would behave myself. I would behave myself. I would not want to end up like Kuzvet.
That's right. Don't let it happen.
I don't want to.
Then you'll have to go down to medical and talk to the
Oh, I
ship
gotta tell
doctor
you this.
like I did, and
Well,
it's not a good time.
I gotta tell you this quick story, and then we gotta go because this is fun. The last cruise I was on, the last cruise I was on Carmel Vista, I was riding a scooter, and people, when you're riding a scooter, people will get out your way. So I had an added bonus on there. I keep going on the scooter, going to the elevator. I always say, "Driver coming through, drunk driver coming through. I've been drinking all day. Y'all better get out of my way." And they get out with the party. Funny. 3 o'clock in the morning, Lido deck. I put that thing on full blast and just hauling. Got a high speed. There's nobody there. I'm just running. Which has the music on there. I was running like crazy. But I am not going to rent a scooter this time. I'm not going to rent a scooter because if I rent a scooter, I'll be going crazy. All right, we got to get out of here.
All
So
right.
thank my special guest. I like to thank her because this is her first time and she did an awesome job except for hitting the button. Just kidding.
Lessons
Just
learned.
kidding.
Lessons learned.
Thank you, Jennifer.
It's good to meet you,
It was
Jennifer.
fun. And now,
Me
now
too.
Andrew's
I
going to say,
know.
what did you talk about? What did you talk
You can
Well,
watch
so
the
What did you
replay.
talk about for 3 hours?
oh, he does. I mean,
No,
he's not that.
they say, watch the replay. You'll find it.
He's got to be up at 5 in the morning to be
I'm
at
just
work.
teasing him. You know.
Yeah, he's probably already.
Yeah.
I don't hear them, so they're probably asleep. And then he's got to be up at 5.
You got to be up at 5, and then you just go in there and say, hey, you know what me and Z talked about? Mm-hmm. You'll find out. Sorry.
You know.
All right. I like to thank I like to thank PS Odyssey. Let's see. Hello. What's on here? Ocean stop by. Creator Tribal. PS Odyssey. Who's that? I always say that. And Miss Jennifer was the star of the show tonight. Guys, don't forget, if you're watching this on the replay, none of this happened. None of what you heard was true. Not true. Or not true. But true. If you want to go see them, Card Nation has a cruise channel, other channels like that. Cruise Vet, he'll tell you a lot on the cruise and 20 shots of alcohol. He'll tell you that story later. But by the way, from the wise man Z. Roberts says, and he quoting, Do not drink and drive. Do not hang around the knuckleheads who do. And do not fall overboard when you're drinking alcohol.
I'll try.
Thank you guys. I appreciate it. I gotta go because
All right.
I gotta
Thank
do
you,
another
Z.
show. I gotta do another show at 1:00.
All right. I'll see you both in your lives tomorrow.
All right. Have a good one.
You too. Bye.
All right. Bye. All right.